Why, hello there. Good meowing, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to tonight's stream. It's more Virche. Also, I changed the ads because I remembered as soon as I hit go, I was like, oh, the ads! I've done like wild shit today. I did a little bit of laundry, I did some dishes, I did some cleaning, and all the while my stomach hurt and I was dizzy. So I was like, I spent a good bit of today laying down. So I didn't remember until literally as I hit go and I changed it. And apparently it won't change this stream. So we're stuck to the pre-rolls and 30-second ads. But next stream it will be different. And it will be 3-minute ads with no pre-rolls. And it will be 3 minutes. The way that it's saying it will be is it will be 3 minutes of ads. So basically 1 minute, the first minute of stream, no ads, and then 3 minutes of ads. And then in an hour, it's another 3 minutes. So we'll take a break and everything and like stand up and stretch and all that fun stuff. But hey. Hi. Hello. It's time for Virche. And I'm just gonna hit hit pause in a second here when it reaches a moment. All right. So now let's pop over here. Hello, hello, hello. It's me. A wolf, your present arrived today. It already is in use. It is charging the other new Joy-Cons that I have. I haven't attached them. I haven't connected them to my Switch yet. But they are out of their box and they are sitting on the charger port and they're charging. Yeah, I was like, I opened my door because there was where I live is close to a Pokemon Go gym, and I was like, oh, I need to go to the Pokemon Go gym. It like literally I walk out and like walk a minute maybe and I'm there. I also needed to go check my mail. So I opened the door and I was like, there's a package. And it's addressed to me. Why? And then I was like, it could be Wolf's present. That would be really fast. And yeah, it was. So it's all set up and charging. So that's yay. And I am using my EV gamepad right now because yeah, no more dead Joy-Cons. Yay. So let's get back into Virche. Ellie said that we will probably be able to complete Eves this weekend. But man, fuck if I know. I'm loving this game though. So much. So last where we stopped, it was we left Eves to go be basically Xian's test subject for a little bit, and now Yves is alone. Dying. Well, he's getting doctors, but I couldn't remember how to breathe. Well, that is a problem. Honey, I don't need you to recreate an asthma attack for me. I know how those go. Hi, Holly. But yeah, we found out Capuchin undid Anku's suppression of our curse, and so it's back. My throat burned from the pain of not being able to take in the air that I desperately needed. Maybe we'll be able to find out why we have the curse, and we also found out what was happening with all the relivers that were committing suicide. My lungs, which are slowly being eroded by something, continued to convulse inside my body as if screaming. Each time it happened, I groaned in pain. My eyes filled with tears from my fever. Yeah, the curse of asthma. Yeah.
毎回こんなにも苦しい思いをしてたのか。
Unable to endure the pain, I spit up blood on my pillow. I was keenly aware that I was alone. In fact, it had already been a few hours. Ooh, good luck. It already been a few hours since Prince left to Shishan.
早く彼女を迎えに行かないと。
I was still in a daze, but that was something I could retain very clearly in my mind. I knew it was useless to examine him.
大丈夫。本人が
Oh,
なんて言おうと、
well, we're not.
あの子は普通の女の子なんだから。
We are going to find out very quickly that no, we are in fact not a normal girl.
何を調べたって
Incorrect.
異常なんて見つかるはずない。俺の症状だって偶然
Hi, Jigglypuff.
運悪く
Yow.
寿命が迫った。
Hello. Good meow. What's up? Eve's dying.
I also changed. Whoa, what was that voice crack? I also changed the ad stuff. But I forgot to do it until after I hit go live, so I didn't realize it doesn't change the stream. So we're still on our usual ad schedule, and then it'll change next stream. Oh yeah, last minute packing. Understandable.
Hi, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oops, I didn't read that. I kept thinking in such a way, but I couldn't seem to settle my anxiety. I needed to go to him right away. Even Hugo in heaven would laugh at me if he saw me in such a pathetic state. I knew what I needed to do. My body was so weak I could hardly move. It took all my energy just to stay awake. I heard a commotion coming from outside. I tilted my head, wondering if it was the doctors that Shan sent, but... Oh no. Oh no. I counted 6 of them barge into my room armed with weapons. It seemed as if the doctor who was sent here was chased away by the intruders. The man who appeared to be the leader walked towards me with an axe in hand. It was obvious what he was planning to do with it. I couldn't die now. I needed to be home. A home. For Prince. I rolled out of bed with what little strength I had left. I pushed myself up with my elbow in an effort to escape, but... I couldn't move a muscle. Seeing me struggle on the floor, the men looked down with eyes filled with contempt and fear. The man raised his axe and... It's like deep into the back of a man who was supposed to be with them but jumped out to protect me instead. He fell down in front of me with blood gushing out onto the floor. Seeing that his axe hit one of his allies, the other man took a few steps back in shock. What? I recognized his eyes, which were becoming vacant from the massive blood loss. Is he one that was protecting us? Or, you know, speaking up for us? Oh, God! Oh, it's the guy he saved all those years ago. Oh, that guy.
あの時の俺みたいなどうしようもない男のことを覚えてて
The man extended his hand to me and grabbed my cold wrist.
あれから娘の墓を守るためにあの時の悲しみやあんたから受けた親切への恩は
He wasn't gonna make it. I knew he was critically injured, and yet...
あの時の俺は
That was not the character I expected to make a comeback, but alright.
あんたという小さな英雄の言葉に救われたんだ。あの言葉がなければ今の俺は生まれず娘の墓も ボロボロのまま。
Wow.
だからずっと礼を言いたかったんだよ。
He smiled at me with gratitude. Impossible. Did he really join these guys for the purpose of offering himself as a sacrifice for my sake?
生きろ。イブ、あんたみたいな優しい人間を利用し
Wow.
殺そうとする。こんな国なんて見捨てて自分が幸せに。
And with that, the man smiled as his soul departed.
バカが血迷いやがって。
The man kicked my savior relentlessly. The men positioned their weapons with a renewed intention to kill me for good. Oh my goodness. Seeing how they treated my savior turned my vision red with anger.
血迷った。
How dare they say that? Didn't they hear what he just said? Holy fuck! I didn't care if I spewed out all my blood. I needed to just scream out my emotions and bleed violently from the mouth while doing so. Oh, gas? Suddenly the room filled with white smoke as the men descended into panic. But oh? Blood rained down with their screams. Beyond the smoke was a frail silhouette. Mathis? Just as the man's axe fell to the floor, the silhouette moved to strike the others before they could even cry out. It probably didn't take a minute for the mysterious figure to cut them all down. That's leaning towards Lucas.
間に合った。剣なんて久しぶりに使ったな。
Yes, my husband! The smoke dissipated, and there appeared a young spectral man standing amidst the bodies and blood. In his right hand was my sword, which I had propped against the wall of the room.
あなた。
He's the man I'm gonna marry. I had seen him before. My vision shook the moment he showed me a kind and gentle expression, and then I fell face down on the floor before I could ask his name or even thank him for saving me. All that remained in my mind was the image of him. Why?
助けに入るのが遅れてすまない。最後の仕上げのためにしばらく身動きが取れなかったんだ。
I could somehow hear his voice as my consciousness began to slip.
懐かしき漂流者の末裔にして我が魂の友よ。
Oh.
長きにわたり私との盟約を守ってくれたことを心から感謝する。今この場をもって君をその残酷な契約から解放しよう。
Oh. Did he what? My lips were slightly open as I struggled to breathe. He poured something between my lips that smelled like iron. Oh, tasted like iron and smelled like flowers. Blood?
君が先代、祖父の亡骸を埋めた場所に向かい、
That's
その墓を暴け。
that's okay. That's interesting instructions, honey.
彼が君に背負わせまいとしたリコリスのワージュの真実がそこに眠っているはずだ。
Oh.
どうか間に合ってくれ。彼女の秘密を知れば、シアン・ブロフィワーズは神ではなく悪魔に落ち、
Oh.
彼女を殺す存在となるだろう。
Well, thanks for coming in to save the day, baby, and then being weirdly cryptic and then disappearing. That's his favorite thing to do. It was hot. How strange, not since that day had I felt this sensation. Oh, the fire? Yeah. Boy.
いや、この子だけでも。
It's been a while since we heard that scream. I suddenly awoke from the pain of the burns I had completely forgotten.
なんで今さらあの時の夢を。
I don't know, bro. My sweat clung to me as it dripped down. I knew I was back in reality, but I was still having a hard time breathing. I thought I had already put everything from the past behind me, but deep inside my heart, my fear of those crimson flames still remained. Yeah, honestly, I would be surprised if you weren't traumatized. My breathing. I thought I wasn't able to breathe enough air earlier.
なんだ体が
Did Anku's blood reverse the curse? How the fuck did that happen? I somehow felt a little better. I mean, I know that his blood helped us suppress our curse power, but it can reverse the curse? Anku, blood in my mouth now. As I looked around me, I realized I wasn't in my room anymore, but inside the storeroom. I carefully sat up. My arms were moving fine and my fever had gone down. What in the world was going on? I was sure I was on the brink of death. I couldn't believe what was going on. Before I could fully understand the situation, my body quickly moved to open the door. Expecting another intruder, I braced myself for battle, but it turned out I was worried for nothing.
あ、イブさん。
Oh.
よかった。目が覚めたんですね。
Not Nadia? And Dahoot?
あのまま死んじゃうかと思ったわ。そうしたら兄様がとっても悲しむと思うの。
Anku, why did you bring these two?
ダートそれに君は
I discovered an unexpected pair in front of me, a familiar boy pushing the wheelchair of an unfamiliar girl. She told me her name was Nadia and that she was Lucas's younger sister. After explaining what happened, I asked them why they were there. Why they were here. Dahoud explained that he was ordered to investigate the hospital managed by Dr. Kapashin. The reason was that some of their doctors were suspected of illegal medical practices. Yes. Very much so. Everything going on in that hospital should be illegal. It just so happened that he met Nadia there, who was one of Dr. Kapashin's patients, and they quickly became friends. She then asked him a special request as a new friend, which led him to bringing her here. What was her request? When they arrived, they were surprised to see Kurun in ruins without anyone answering the door, so they stuck inside to find me in my room, unconscious and covered in blood. Which was why they moved me to the storage area to take care of me.
中にあった死体には、ひとまずありったけのシーツやらの布をかぶせておきました。
Yeah, those sheets are dead now.
彼らが何をしに来たのか、だいたい予想はできちゃいますけど、弔いたいのなら、後々お手伝いします。
Yeah. I gave him my thanks with a weak smile. Actually, saying thanks wasn't enough. It turned out that Dahoud actually cleaned me up and changed my clothes for me. That aside, the biggest question I had was about the girl in the wheelchair. I was sure that she at least knew what was going on outside the hospital, so why did she come here? I asked her why, and she responded with tears in her eyes.
私の兄様が、
Oh no.
ゆか兄様が数日前から行方不明になってしまったの。お家で待っているはずなのに、気づいたらどこにもいなくなったって国の兵士様たちが。
Interesting.
先生が
だから私、もしかしたら兄様に何かあったんじゃないかって。
Eve, do you remember that thing you were told to do? Go dig up your grandfather's grave? You gotta do that still.
クルーンさんに兄様を探してもらおうとダート君にお願いして連れてきてもらったの。
ナディアは重症患者なので、連れ出すなんて言語道断。 こんな表情でお願いされたら、どうしても断ることができなくて、ごっそり抜け出してきちゃいました。
I want to know how you snuck a wheelchair user out of the hospital.
だろうね
Who could deny someone with tears in their eyes searching for her missing brother?
依頼を引き受けてあげたいのは
As you see, I'm kind of dying. I was in no state to handle work right now. I needed to go after Prince, too.
イブさん、ちょっと耳を貸してください。
Dahoot moved away from the wheelchair and began whispering to my ear.
ですね。これは
Uh-oh.
ナディアには心配かけないように秘密にしてるんですけど、
Uh-huh.
多分リュカさん、
Oh.
うちのシアンさんに誘拐されちゃったみたいなんです。
Ha! I barely managed to keep from exclaiming.
誘拐ってなんで先生が間違いないの
Dahoot not silently told me that Xian had given his staff a temporary leave of absence. It just so happened that some of Dahoot's subordinates saw their guards carrying someone similar to Lucas to the cells. He continued whispering in my ear. Well, because he's Budo and brainwashed by Cole and all that fun stuff that's going on with Lucas. Go dig up your grandfather, then you can worry about Xian.
イブさん、彼女を迎えに行くのなら、どうか彼のことも一緒に助けられるよう、その代わりというのもなんですが、住人や近衛兵の目をかいくぐって移動するお手伝いをしますから。
We love you, Dahoot.
それは逆にこっちからお願いしたいくらいかな。
Fortunately, it seemed like I could now move as before, so if I went to the Institute now, first, you gotta go to the... Please remember Anku's words. Yes.
君が先代、祖父の亡骸を埋めた場所に向かい、その墓を暴け。彼が君に背負わせまいとしたリコリス・ノワージュの真実が、そこに眠っているはずだ。どうか、間に合ってくれ。彼女の秘密を知れば、神ではなく、悪魔に落ち、彼女を殺す存在となるだろ
う。Yep. Thank you for remembering, thank God. I knew I had no time to waste, but I also couldn't ignore the words I heard from that man before I blacked out.
ごめん。その前に少し寄りたいところがあるんだけど。
Thank God.
いいかな。
It's a flower. I felt as though someone in my genes was telling me to take action now. There's a lot of information about genes here. Just like in Paradigm Paradox, there's a lot of genes. And genetic modification and all that fun stuff. After recent events, it was likely that no one expected me to be walking out in the open with 2 innocent children. Well, Dahoot is technically a teenager, but also immortal, more or less, because of the whole Reliver stuff. He's like 60, but he just has the body and mind of a 15-year-old. Which sounds fucking wild. I hid my face with the hood of my cloak, walking through shadows of Koen still in chaos while pushing Nadia's wheelchair. My grandpa and my parents were waiting. They slept in the field of Lycris Noirge as guardians of those detested flowers. Of course, I couldn't have Dahoot or Nadia go near the Lycris Noirge since they weren't accustomed to the area. I asked them to wait on the dirt road away from the field where I was now standing... Oh, the field where I was now standing in front of the grave disguised as rubble.
最後に訪れたのはついこの間のはずなのに。
The difference was that he wasn't here with me to pay respects to my grandpa. I knelt before my family grave and put my hands together in prayer. I could tell, even with my eyes closed, that the two of them were looking at me with curiosity from afar. I wasn't surprised, as I had seen no one else offering prayers in the way I was taught. I never thought of it as strange myself. It was a family tradition of ours for generations. Multiple generations.
懐かしき漂流者の末裔にして、我が魂の友よ。長きにわたり、私との盟約を守ってくれたこと、心から感謝する。今この場をもって、君をその残酷な契約から解放しよう。
If what he said to me was true, I must have seemed like a truly mysterious creature to other humans, including my eating habits.
じいさま、始祖様。ゆっくり眠っているのに、ごめん。俺たちがどうして、このリコリス・ノワージュの花園を守ってきたのか。そして、彼女の真実を知るために。
Hey guys, don't worry, I'm digging up a grave. I wasn't fully recovered, so digging up the grave was a lot more tired than I expected, but I somehow had it in me to finish the task. Inside the coffin weren't skeletal remains, but a fire-resistant pot? I lifted up to the lid to look inside at the large amount of ashes that had been stored after my family's cremation. Oh. An ARPA shell, when a reliver died, their bodies were discarded and burned instead of buried. But my family was different. My grandpa and my parents were in this single pot of ashes. Eat them, Yves. You know what you have to do. You have to eat them. Hi, Zateka. We got to see Anku, and we have Dahoot here with us. And Anku saved Yves from being killed and told him to go dig up his grandpa's grave. I'm telling Yves to eat the ashes of his ancestors. Because he dug up the graves because he's trying to figure out why he now has the, why they were charged with protecting the flowers. Why are they eating ashes? Because well, they're not, but I'm saying they should. I then sank my hands deep into the ashes. There wasn't anything inside the coffin. The only other place it could be buried would be in the ashes. Also, we found out, so Anku showed up to protect Yves from being killed by an angry mob while he was dying in bed. And then he told Yves that he was a descendant of the long-gone drifter, a friend of my soul. Kind of. Well, no, he took Yves' sword and killed everybody, so. But then he fed Yves his blood, and Yves woke up and wasn't dying anymore. So that's fun. I give you my thanks with all my heart for keeping the covenant with me all this time. I will now release you from that cruel contract. He said, look in your parents, in your grandparents, in your family grave, basically. You will find the reason why you are protecting the flowers and like the truth behind me. And he said, hey, if Xian actually discovers what the fuck is going on, yeah. If Xian discovers what the fuck is going on, he's going to become a demon and kill Prince. My guess was right. My fingers hit something hard, which I grabbed and pulled out. What was the book doing in there? I carefully opened and turned the pages so that they wouldn't tear and read the handwritten words. The words were, your file history drive was disconnected. Reconnect it and tap to click and keep saving copies of your files. Yes, I know. At first it looked strange and illegible. But as I flipped through the pages, I slowly began to absorb and understand the unfamiliar language written inside. The first word that caught my attention was botany. I wasn't familiar with this word. I went on to explain in detail how to raise plants with information on a variety of flora. Every detail inside was knowledge that had been imparted to me by word of mouth. I quickly headed back to Dahut and Nadia, sharing the information inside the book. I flipped through the pages again as they looked on in surprise. So, like, that's why Yves is so crazy weird, is because he has all of the, like, stylings of someone not from Arpachel. This is a book of knowledge left by a certain person who drifted to this land. A diary left by the drifter, who is apparently my ancestor, and, yeah, the last of his studies, which he hid. Oh, this is the drifter's voice. Everything about this country is strange. All the people live only 20 or so years and prepare for their deaths early on in life. The sight of such an oddity made me ask. Yep. We're so close to figure out the mysteries. Or, well, part of the mysteries. We have a whole nother route to do. I told the people the truth about the outside world. In other words, the natural lifespan of human beings. Yeah, what the fuck are you weirdos doing? I was shocked to learn that people of this country, Arpachel, could only live as long as 23 years old. I was certain it would be difficult for them to understand, yet many lamented about their lives being shorter than those far from here. They soon began to murmur amongst themselves that their short lifespans were because the god of death cursed their land. Hearing that I possessed knowledge from beyond the ocean, I was invited to meet the most brilliant scientist in the country. Yeah. Sensing his passion, I gave him a book from my own possessions, a book on genetics that came from a place more advanced than my own homeland. I was planning on giving him the other books I carried, which contained a vast array of knowledge, but no matter how much I argued that he should expand his knowledge outside the field of medicine, he simply wanted nothing to do with it, due to his country's shared desire to be released from the curse of death. I gave the book of translations to a family fascinated by the written word who expressed a love for literature. I sold The Way of Martial Arts to a family born with tremendous strength as a way to help them harness their powers. Botany was the last book, which I decided to keep because of my lifelong interest in growing flowers. While I was worried about the fate of the country's scientists, I could do nothing about their lack of interest. Having obtained knowledge unfit for their culture, they quickly turned mad. Oh. They tried to capture me for study. Oh. Yeah, since I was the only one with abnormal longevity compared to their own people. Unable to escape from the island, I went into hiding with the help of my future wife. Since then, I've kept myself hidden, living with the intention of making this my home.
正しき命のあり方など彼に教えるべきではなかったのだ。どうか私が授けたこの書で悪魔を生み出す前にでなければいつか君たちの力人間の魂を持たぬ悪魔が生まれてしまうだろう。
I know to be certain after hearing that the scientists had begun research on the process of cloning. How much time has passed since then, I'm no longer certain. After my wife's spirit departed, I lived with my newborn child when a young man calling himself Death appeared. He told me that he was the one who planted the flowers of misfortune, the licorice nuage, throughout the land. Among the possessions I was able to secure on my boat were licorice bulbs I intended to sell, but I haven't planted them nor sold any since the country is already filled with licorices. Interesting. Yeah, Onku. I held my breath as I read through the surprising events of the past.
イブさんのご先祖様が
The descent of the drifter.
絵本にも出てくるあの漂流者様。
改めて他人に言われると全然現実味がないね。
He even wrote about how he met Death. Nadia's here because Dahoot, smuggled her out of the hospital because Lucas has gone missing for days, and she and Dahoot became friends, and she wanted to ask Karun to find her big brother, and so Dahoot went, yeah, you know what, little girl, I feel you, and he smuggled her out of the hospital. They went to see Yves, who was passed out in a pile of blood, so they cleaned him up. And they were like, can you go find Lucas, who we're pretty certain is in the Institute? And that's probably where you're also going to find Prince. And Yves was like, absolutely, I'll do it because you're going to help me, get there. But also, first we have to go to this field and I have to dig up my family grave and figure out stuff about my past. Or, well, my family's past. He even wrote about how he met Death. I took a deep breath with Dahoot and Nadia. It seemed our exotic approach to food and our unique customs were traditions that had been passed down through the family. The fact that this book was in the grave was proof that my grandpa knew this too. Yeah.
でも肝心のリコリスに関しては全然記述がないな。
Yeah. I quickly skimmed through the pages as Dahoot and Nadia peeked from each side to see what else was in the book. Yeah. Always be
あっ
exhuming.
た。リコリスに関する記述だ。あれ？でもこれリコリスはリコリスでも
They're red.
色が全然違いません？
本当ね。アルペシエールのリコリスのオアージュは真っ黒なのに。この5本に載っているリコリスはリンゴのように赤くて可愛い。
赤いリコリス。
I took a closer look to discover that the licorices were the same color as the hair ornament I gave to Prince. Next to the drawings were words written messily in this country's language.
リコリスノワージュいいな。我が
Oh, so
故郷にも咲き誇る彼岸花と呼ばれるこの花は
So Yves is Japanese.
本来は
Yeah.
災いを呼ぶ花ではなく災いを
Oh.
吸い取る花。
Flowers in the Amaryllidaceae family, such as the Higabata licorices, possessed a biochemical that caused allelopathy. This suppressed nearby plant growth and kept away pests and harmful microorganisms. They also had a unique effect that attracted specific compounds from the soil and the air. In my homeland, we planted these sorts of plants on the road for antibacterial purposes and to keep the rats away. Which is why it puzzled me to no end why the people of this country refer to them as flowers of misfortune. Perhaps...
アレロパシー効果によってこの国を覆う呪いの正体にしてすべての元凶
Oh, what?
土壌の毒素を吸収しその身に宿しているからだ。
Yeah. is the true source of the curse. The toxin found in the dirt is being absorbed by the flowers. I found a piece of paper between the pages, which was written by my grandfather, who added his notes to supplement the material.
我ら一族はあらかじめその真実を知っていた死神との契約に従い
Oh, that's what Anku said. That's why Anku was saying that. He's like, look, find the truth. I release you from having to, Gotcha. I release you from having to keep this a secret. Now go tell Xian the reason and save Prince.
では、この国を守るため、私たちが君に代わり、国中のリコリスを育んでいくとしよう。
Such a covenant was put into place.
何？私のことなら心配するな。帰りたいという願いは、
So that's
とうの
why
昔についえた。
that's why Anku said this cruel covenant.
ならばこれからは、
My
もう
noble
二度と
friend.
は会えぬ尊き信念を持つ友のため、疎まれる命を生涯をかけて育てていくと誓おう。美しき死神よ。いつか再会できた時には、共に酒でも飲み交わそうじゃないか。
To fulfill that promise, the Drifter changed his name, appearance, and age. Oh, what? Discarding any qualities remaining of his homeland. I relied on my botany book and my lifetime interest in plants. I shared knowledge on cultivating wheat, solving the famine plaguing the country. I negotiated with the royal family to acquire rights to the surrounding
この
land.
国を守るためあの黒き花園を育て
Why did he
慈しみ続けてきたのである
why did he become someone completely different? Such is the truth behind the wisdom that will be passed down to my grandson Yves. Oh, that was his grandfather? The death that Drifter met wasn't evil at all, but good.
途上の
毒
So the whole fucking ground is just poisonous. That was
この
why.
国の人々が23年しか生きる
Because
こと
we're
ので
just
きない
consistently consuming
全ての
poison? The curse is caused by powerful toxins, yeah. So this curse was actually a phenomenon that could be understood through science. Wait, so that meant...
彼女につきまとう不幸の原因も
Yeah, so how is that us? The misfortune surrounding us, could the events around me be explained through science? Are we part flower or something? Yeah, maybe we just need stilts. I don't know. Don't think any further. Stop while you're still ahead. Such were the warnings that surged through my genes, making me close the book when... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
そうか、そういうことだったのか。これで全てがつながった。
Uh-oh.
誰だ
誰だとはご挨拶だな、クルーン。いや、漂流者の末裔にしてリコリス・ノワージュの守護者。心から感謝するぞ。お前の提供した情報と、この娘の遺伝子によって。
They have transmitters, basically. Basically, they have phones that are always on, and Xian was just hearing everything.
俺はようやくこのアルベシェールを呪いから救うことができる。
No, he did not. Oh, fuck me, bro. How bad is this gonna get? Yeah.
誰だとはご挨拶。いや、
Okay.
心から感謝。俺はようやく
In front of him was a panel of light displaying my blood test results, and for his transmitter, the truth behind the Lycra Noirge that was kept hidden within Yi's family. I mean, we were told not to let Xian know the truth behind me, but I don't know what the truth behind me is. Xian showed joy like never before upon getting access to the two truths. Xian, was that Yi's voice?
お前の出生、リコリスに絡むクルーンがどうにも気になったのだ。
Amazing.
しばらく監視と盗聴をさせていた。
Over the transmitter, I heard the doctor being pinned down by Yves.
カプシーヌ先生
What?
どうして先生が
Did he have Oh my god, did he have Capuchin following them?
どういうこと
ナディアなんか様子
Oh, did he fuck with Capuchin?
シオンプロビバーズこれで満足だろう
Oh my god, did he have Capuchin fucked up?
私の研究所から奪ったコレクションと
リスの君を返してくれ。
Oh.
彼女ならばナディアよりも美しい最高の遺伝子人形になれるはずなのだ。
Oh.
助けるにももったいない。
Well, Nadia learns about this.
話が聞こえない。動きだ。
I could use his voice more clearly once he took the transmitter from Dr. Kapashin.
そこにいるんだね。君の遺伝子を使って国を救うってどういう意味？
I don't know, bro. I don't know myself. I only heard about it now. Maybe what he's trying to say is that the blood of death was found in my blood? Shen chuckled as if he was mocking me for still believing such nonsense. Yeah.
お前の中に流れているのは、
Huh?
ある意味死神よりも希少な血だぞ。
On the screen were my blood test results. Am I part flower? My genes were displayed in a double helix with the chromosomes formed as some kind of insignia. Shen continued to chuckle as he touched the stone slate again. Next to it appeared a new analysis report.
思った通りだ。
Huh?
染色体の数や状態が常に変動し、
Are we... Please tell me we're just part flower and it's weird.
人間を示す状態とリゴリスを示す状態間の変化を絶えず繰り返している。
We're a flower! Oh, fuck! I'm sorry, I have to scream at Ellie. Ellie was like, please scream at me, and I was like, absolutely.
こんな症例が現
We
実に
are
あ
a
ると
flower human.
まるでリゴリスそのものが人の形を取ったような存在じゃないか、お前は。
Okay, ain't that funny? Because that's what I named last night's stream. Last night's stream was Princess of the Flowers of Death. Quite literally, we are a plant.
でたらめ話だと断じ、ろくに調べもしなかった過去の自分をこの手で殺してやりたい。
Oh. Oh, okay. After a moment of silence, nobody knew how to respond to that. With an unknown fear building inside, I carefully began to speak to Xian, who was excited beyond character. Yeah, water your prince to give him lots of sunlight. Did you just say that I'm like a Licorice Noirish? I wasn't sure what he meant by that. Oh shit, is that why we were like, oh, the flowers feel like family. They're so beautiful, because they're literally our family. Shen brought the transmitter to his mouth and laughed in a mocking way. He then expanded a display of the chromosomes that were taken from Yves. Something wasn't right. His chromosomes didn't look the same as the genes of the others in the country. If I had to describe it, it's so beautiful. The people of this country, myself included, had black-colored genes. I don't think that's possible, but a portion of Yves' genes were translucent in certain areas. Huh?
数十年の時を経て最後の答え合わせといこうか。漂流者の末裔よ。 なぜこの国の人々は23年で死ぬのか。なぜこの娘は死神と呼ばれるのか。
Please, can we get to the point, Shen? The talented scientists who saved this country by sacrificing countless lives made a triumphant statement.
奨励名をつけるのならば。
Oh?
エラー・ビルシュ。
Name drop. Finally, the name drop.
土壌に潜む毒素が23の染色体を侵食することで発症する遺伝子疾患の一種だ。
That's why it's 23. To do with your fucking chromosomes. It's a genetic disorder triggered when the toxin found in the soil erodes your chromosomes. Okay. You know what? I will give it that. That doesn't feel like weird woohoo magic science. That actually seems like it could be real. After repeatedly reviving myself, I finally obtained the weapon I needed to refute the existence of death. Well, you haven't refuted my existence. You've just proven that I'm a plant human. Yeah, the result of genetic atavism from the drifter who came from beyond the ocean. The blood of Kudun exhibiting traits of his ancestors proved that the genes outside this country were starkly different from ours. Yeah, it's countrywide cancer, basically. But like genetic cancer. Cancer of the whole body. I still lack the details, but apparently this toxin was unnatural. I guess we are living in like a nuclear wasteland then. Yeah, plantser. Apparently it was unnatural and had proven quite potent. So potent was it that it mutated the genes of humans when it first appeared hundreds of years ago. What that meant was descendants also inherited these mutated genes across generations. How did this play upon our supposed curse? Princess blood proved that the mutated genes caused an abnormal effect when they bound with oxygen and the toxin. I don't know how oxygen is getting into our genes, but all right. To be exact, the effect encroached upon the 23 chromosomes of humans, killing one pair every year. I'm gonna be... Okay, that's where this stops being believable. If you start killing off chromosomes, there's a lot more problems going on than it just, like, killing 1 year of your life. That's a little far. Because, like, if you, like... Yeah, that's not how that one works. Hey, yeah, hey, Rin. I'm just gonna screenshot this and send it to Rin. Hey, Rin, take a look at this fun science. I'm just... Okay, save. I'm just gonna throw it in off topic. Like, holy shit. Well, I think just with this, it makes it, you can pretty much pull out, like, they're talking about a pair of chromosomes is killed every year. Scorch. Okay, bye, Bryson. This led to the impairment of the human function of cell division and eventually death. Well, I think that it'd kill you much faster. This was the true identity of what everyone attributed to the curse. The toxin in the soil eroded the human body, destroyed their genes. Yes, it is just cancer. It is just whole body cancer. This effect began the moment a person was born and took their first breath. In other words, it was an inescapable curse. This held true for Karun, who merely inherited the drifter's genetic pattern. Humans could escape this curse only if they were born outside of the country. So, like... I assumed that the old death knew about the toxin and the effect of the Lycris Noirs, which is why he came into contact with the drifter who knew how to raise the flowers in order to protect the country. As for why the Lycris Noirs were black, they absorbed the toxin in the soil. Okay, that makes... We're back to making sense. So cutting or plucking those flowers would lead to an obvious result. The toxins would be released, oh yes, and affect one's chromosomes, leading to death. This was the truth behind the flowers of misfortune. No, they basically work as cancer bombs. If you kill one, it releases the cancer. I don't think that's how it really works. I don't think that's really works even if something, like, even if something has absorbed the toxin, if you kill it, I don't think it then releases the toxin. But interesting.
そのリコリスの恩恵を持って生まれたのがお
Yeah.
前だ。死神の娘。
Yes, because we were born in the Lycris fields. But somebody else had to have been, right? Like before us, or we were just the very first person to be born in those fields. You knew my parents.
知り合いというほどでもない。
Yep, unique physical attributes.
相当数の遺伝子の病。
Oh, no, they were just already fucked. My parents committed suicide because of some kind of disease. Well, yes and no. Prince was born when his parents' genes were unstable and in a field of lycrises that absorbed the toxins within the area. So we are just poison incarnate. His birth was immediately followed by the mutation of his genes. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I get, yeah. In other words, yeah, I don't think that's how the genetics work, but all right. In other words, it was from the lycorises that he gained the function of allelepathy, which only plants could acquire. So we just, by being born in plants, we gained plant powers.
ゆえにお前はリコリスの性質を持つ化身そのもの。人間と花の間を行き来する。だがそれは通常の人間よりもはる
Yep,
かに
we're just a walking
土
cancer
壌の
bomb.
毒素を身に吸収することを示
We're
す。
just walking cancer bomb.
という仕組みだ。少しばかり長くなったが、理解できたか？
So you're telling me the reason behind the deaths around me and you suffering from the curse isn't a curse or a
な
coincidence?
あ、すべてお前の影響だ。本人の許容量をオーバーした毒素は
Now
死のフェロモン
pheromones?
として周りに漂い、
When we absorb toxins beyond our limit, yeah, I guess. We release them in the form of
それを
pheromones
長期間吸い続けた周囲の人間を
that just kills.
23歳を待たずに死に至らせ
We
る。
just give off the scent of death and it just starts killing chromosomes willy-nilly. But the fire 7 years
お
ago.
前の仕業だ。
The
この
toxin
毒
is
素は発火性も
flammable!
有しているのだろうな。
You know what? Great job. Great job tying that together.
空気に充満したお前の毒素とその場にあった薬品との化学反応で火種もないのに爆発が起きたと見た。現に
Amazing.
クルーンとの再会の折、似たような状況から爆発が起きたと
Yeah.
豊島から聞いてい
You
る。
smell bad and it's flammable. But what about Hugo's memory crash? Well, no, that was just memory
例の
crash.
ハッキングによってメモリーが弱っている対象に
Oh,
お前の毒素が追い打ちをかけたのだろう。
I don't think that's how that
短
works.
期
But
間の
alright.
滞在やすれ違う程度なら急に呪いが進行することはない。
Pretty certain it was because of unrequited love.
不安定なメモリーを弱体化させるにはそれだけで十分だ。
Okay. Oh. Unable to bear the truth being thrown at me, I finally crumpled to the floor, wrapping my arms around my own shaking body. I could hear Yves gasp from the other end of the transmitter.
なら彼女は
Yeah, I'm the princess of the flowers of death.
そう。もはや比喩やデタラメではない。その存在だけで他者を死へと誘う。
Yeah.
科学的に証明された正真正銘の死神だ。
Amazing.
残念だったな。こいつが普通の女の子だと証明することができなく
That's
て。
such a freaky face, sir. You look like a fucking snake. The resistance you showed for my sake was all in vain. I was the same death who killed so many, an existence that should have died back then. I harmed Yves and killed his dear partner. Yeah, I existed to bring an end to all people. I thought I heard something break. Well, yeah, that'd be my brain. This was something far more horrible than the truth behind the curse. I learned the truth of despair. Chapter 5! Oh, okay. This is the final chapter. Also, very surprised I hit that note randomly. The talented scientist gave his thanks once again to the guardian of the Lycris. I could imagine Eve slumped over on the other end of the transmitter. No matter how bad his luck was, he truly believed in his heart that I was a normal girl. But the truth was that I was death incarnate, robbing him of everything he held dear. That was all the despair needed to completely shatter his heart. Completely unpracticed. I think they're fine. Only 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, no, that was just random hit note, no practice. Oh, well, don't hit the microphone, Prince. I was trying to pat myself on the back. I no longer had the right to speak his name. I don't think that's how that works, but alright. Xian, who was excited by the discovery, flicked me on the forehead with his finger.
何？そう落ち込むな。これからお前には殺した以上の人間を救わせてやる。
He quickly snapped out of his fervor and, like that, returned to his usual calm self. He then grabbed my arms and forced me to walk over to the screen floating in the air.
俺は研究のために有益な犠牲は出す。
Oops. Oh, they're for the greater good. Whoopsies. Yikes. So how chapter 4 was really short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was only 10. Okay.
死神の娘。この国の呪いに対してお前は間違いなく
Yeah, he's gonna kill us.
有益だ。
He quickly placed his finger onto the screen and slid his finger to the side, changed the display. Oh. Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah. No, it's still extra long. And I think the La Salut, which is the... Yeah! But also, I believe La Salut, which is the Adolphe Ancu-ish route, is 6. So it's even longer. Finally, I discovered the truth behind the curse that shrouded this country. Still, I needed to develop an antidote to cure the people of this genetic disorder, the error of Virche. That said, genetic disorders were ingrained in the genes, making it close to impossible to fix them. Well, in Romanian, salut is hello in Romanian, which is, yeah. Which I know from Numa Numa. Hello, salut, it's me. Yeah, Catalans, it's, yeah, health, wealth, hello. I would like French. Yeah, hi. Didn't know. I thought it was like the end, but I guess it's hello. Look, that's the only bit I kind of remember in actual Romanian. Hello, salut, quiero un haiduk. Not in Romanian? Oh god, I mean, I'd give it a shot. Da da da, numa numa a, numa numa a, numa 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 a, keep a fanny, almost sliding there. Give the misheard lyric first. Yeah. Worse, the disorder was caused by those unique toxins. Developing a cure would be extremely difficult. Far more challenging than when I was first establishing reliable technology, which I did only to pass the time.
ならば、まずは毒素を消滅させるのではなく、
So you're gonna...
減少させる手を打つのが最善。
How you gonna do that one? Oh. Whoa! Oh, hey, wait! No, it took it! Why is it saying 3 minutes? It's saying 3 minutes now. Okay, that's a shock. Okay. So we'll take a little break. Yeah, I'll tell you, I didn't... Okay, I literally just changed it right after I hit go live. Yeah. Yeah. So I need events. Twitch. Ads started. Okay, I'm updating. Automaton. Oh god. A relic of the ancient internet? Oh no. Give me 1 second and I'll open it. Oh god, it is the misheard. Alright, everybody remember to get up and take a stretch. I'm shocked that we hit chapter 5 already. Oh, I forgot my water. It's still in my frickin' kitchen. I'm gonna go grab that now. Okay. Now I have my water. Our 3-minute ad break is over. Hurrah, hurrah. Okay. To do so was actually quite simple. I had to grow more lycorises, which would in turn produce the toxins. I assume the man who called himself Death also sought after such an effect when he had the Drifter in his bloodline grow the lycorises. So we just got to genetically manipulate the lycorises to hold more. Yeah. That said, the allelopathy effect that could be gained from a single licorice was negligible. There was also a lack of nutrients in the soil to grow masses of the flowers.
ならば品種改良したリコリスのワージをこの国に咲かせればいい。
Yep. What I meant by selectively bred was from me.
リコリスのワージュよりも強力なアレロパシー能力を持つ
We're gonna become the
花の
giant
結晶。
flower.
遺伝子編集によりお前のその能力をさらに引き上げた上で
We're gonna become the giant flower.
お前のクローンを人の姿をした新たなリコ
Oh
リスこの
shit!
国全土に生き埋めにさせてもらう。
Buried alive? Wait, what? That's terrifying. Everyone was completely stunned, including those hearing his plan through the transmitter. Yeah, the genius loved by God continued.
無論根本的な解決にこそなっていないが、あと数年、リライバー化で失った頭脳の成長、次の領域へと踏み出し、特効薬を開発してみせる。
He announced his idea to save the country with conviction. If Shen could extend his longevity, he would likely succeed in finding a cure against the toxins in the soil. He had the persuasive power and talent to make that sound like a reality. Still, you're saying you want to clone me and bury my clones alive. So he wanted to use me instead of the Lycris Noirge to purge the toxins from the soil. Buried alive. Just the thought sent a chill down my spine.
そんな計画狂ってる。
Is that? Encapnophobia is fear of, being burned alive, not buried alive. So, yeah, Prince Flesh. Shen scoffed at the statement.
大のために小を切り捨てる。人類が飽きるほど繰り返してきた生存戦略だろう。
Oh.
たった一人の小娘を犠牲にするだけで、この国は長年の呪いから解放されるんだ。
それでも。
では小娘本人の意思はどうだ？先ほどから青ざめるだけで、一切反論しようとする様子がないが。
Do they have to have my memories? If we create non-thinking, feeling clones of myself... Also, yeah, correct. They would die very quickly. Like you can only survive without water for like 7 days. Like, there would just be then a lot of decomposing bodies.
どうしたの？そんな計画の犠牲になるなんて絶対に嫌だろ。遺伝子を編集するなんて。オリジナルである君に影響があってもおかしくないんだぞ。
Yeah.
無論死ぬことになるだろうな。
Oh.
アレロパシー能力の強化イコール染色体が毒素に包まれる速度の上昇だ。
Even so. With a single thought in my mind, I quickly but firmly began to speak. If that actually works, it would get rid of me as an existence that spreads death and misfortune to others, which means that I would save the people. Isn't that right? Shen gave a sinister smile as Yves gasped. I realized, that's my mission. That's why I was born. After taking so many lives away, I could finally save them. Even if it was a twisted idea that caused excruciating pain. I was already wallowing in despair, so... Thank goodness. It was a path leading to me to hope.
聞いたな。他でもない本人が受け入れたんだ。その意志を尊重してや
Like,
れ。
what timing? Like us being born in the flowers? Oh, how long ago was it? Yeah, that part is still a little funky. Shen then told me that he wasn't going to take no as an answer anyway. Yeah.
それでも邪魔をするというのなら、俺は
Well, okay, so it was that they reached that 5 times of falling in love. So it was at least like 100 years ago that they started. Hi, Holly. We decided to go along with the being cloned and then buried alive. Oh, he's gonna try to crush you. Okay, with nothing else to say after his warning, Shen ended the transmission and grabbed my arm. So we're still just in part 1 of chapter 5. How the fuck is this gonna get longer? I feel like we were kind of at the end. Oh, it's gonna switch to Yves. Is he's gonna try and save us? Okay, I get it now. No, because we haven't... There's been no split. So here's the thing. There's no split. So, like, look at Lucas's route. It gets to the end, and then it splits. So this is all going to happen no matter what end. Yeah, it's not really a choice.
これからどうするの？
そんなのすぐに彼女を助けに行くに決
I held back my desire to slam the silent transmitter onto the ground, putting it into my pocket either. Yeah. Meanwhile.
美しい遺伝子だとかコレクションだとか今のヤバヤバなセリフどういうわけか顔も声も変わってますがさてはあなたあのオーティさんですね
Bloody Capuchin. The man on the ground was no longer able to put up a fight with his arms and legs broken. Wow, Dahoot crouched down, grabbing Dr. Capuchin by the collar and giving him a good shake.
ダート君、カプシーナ先生にそんな乱
Nadia.
暴したら
いいんですよナディアこうされて当然のことをこの悪趣味男はしてたんですからどういうこと
I didn't fully understand what he meant, but it seemed like he knew Dr. Capuchin did something blameworthy. Dahoot let out a deep sigh and then told us horrible incidents the doctor had caused.
先生がそんなひどいことを
Nadia, who had nearly fallen victim to Dr. Capuchin, expressed genuine fear towards him. He sought out beautiful genes, inhumanly modifying them to curate a collection of a new breed of human. He conducted horrifying tests on his subjects simply for his entertainment and greed. Even I couldn't feel love after what he had done. My face warped in disgust.
であれだけ毛嫌いしてたシアンさんに従ってると
Because he figured out about the cult
今度は
Ori was
何を
running.
やらかしたんです
違う私はただ封じ込められていた彼女の美しさを引き出そうと彼女リコリスの君だ
Oh. Amazing.
カルテの情報だけでそんな憶測をしてはいけませんよ。それにこの情報のおかげで君の両親の身元が
And that's when we got blood.
呪いを疑うよりも二人のことを調べる方が建設的だ。
Mm-hmm.
だがその前に
Yep.
君の血液を採取してもいいかな。
Lucas, come back.
変死の原因が病だった場合、種類によっては君に遺伝していることもあり得るからね。
Mm-hmm. Of course.
あの時の検査で
彼女の遺伝子がリコリスに酷似していると気づいたんだ。だが同時に見つかった妙な細胞が彼女の能力と美しさを封じ込めていたものだから。
Yep, then Lucas comes with the calming liquid.
そうそう。
Herbal,
なんでも
yep, herbal concoction.
それを消滅させるための薬を何も知らないのんきなリュカに持たせ飲ませることに成功したと。それをあのシアンプロフィバーズが私よりも後から気づいたくせに横取りしやがって。挙句の果てには今まで作り上げてきた遺伝子人形たちまで人質に。
I couldn't take this any longer.
それ以上は結構です。
Oh. I struck the back of his neck hard with the side of my hand to knock him out.
どうやら彼女の周りに一定期間事故や死亡者が現れ
Thank
なかっ
you,
た。
Eves. Yep,
でも
antibodies.
それにも限界があり、さらにはオーティ、カプシーヌのせいで元に死神に戻ってしまった。イブさんが倒れたのは能力が再発した彼女と狭い空間の中。
Mhm.
でもダハト君、その抗体っていうのがあれば彼女は普通に生活ができるんじゃないかしら。
残念ながらオーティさん程度の薬で無効化されるような抗体では
Yeah.
一定期間の効果しか望めないでしょう。むしろ重要なのは毒素に対抗できる抗体を
Uncle.
彼女はどこで取り込んだのか。
Who glanced at me as someone who actually recovered from the symptoms of death. I had a feeling he suspected me of knowing something, but I had no clue where he could have gotten those cells. Not only that, I was out cold for a while, so I didn't remember anything that happened during that time. Suddenly I remember footsteps. Oh, I heard footsteps stomping through the liquor's wash.
取り囲め。
Oh god. Or we could move the royal guard as us surrounded.
国王から命令が下りた。災いの花の所有者だろうが関係ない。国の守護のため死神の使いたるこの男、
Oh!
即刻この場で処刑せよ。
The soldiers drew their weapons and slowly moved towards me. I'll extract his DNA happily. I drew my sword and shielded Dahoot, who was covered the trembling Nadia. There were too many of them. It was impossible for us to make our escape since I wasn't fully recovered. I strained my mind in an effort to find a way to at least help the two of them escape when a furious sound cut through. Mathis is driving, everybody!
なんだあの車だ。こちらに近づいてくるぞ。
The car trampled the Lakers dwarfs as mercilessly as a better way. Horrible idea, guys, now that we know that those are saving us, but it then ruthlessly struck some of the soldiers surrounding us. That's our reaction. The soldiers screamed and hollered in fear as they tried to dodge a car. The familiar electric car moved and stopped between us and the soldiers.
イブさん、乗ってください。
Oh, I'm at this, yeah.
こっちだ。急げ。
I heard Mathis's voice from the driver's seat and saw Adolf quickly jump out from the back seat. I quickly came to my senses and grabbed Dahoot while Adolf carried Nadia and got into the car.
待て。
You gonna try to stop a car, bros? The soldiers who avoided the car tried to stop us, but
一気に振り切ります。捕まっていてください。
before the soldiers could slash at us with their swords, the car took off at a startling speed. We were crammed in the back seat, and as expected, the drive was very rough.
どうして二人がここに近衛兵に軟禁されてたんじゃ。
Oh, they probably all left to go kill you. I somehow held onto the back of the passenger seat as I asked Adolf, who was making sure Nadia was safe.
軟禁されている最中、
Oh.
お前らの命が危ないと書かれた。僕らを監視していた外の近衛兵が
Adolf!
その誰かによって倒されたみたい。
Uncle!
イブさんを助けようと思い切って抜け出してきた
Yeah,
んです。
Uncle's been busy.
その時に偶然アドルフさんとも合流して。
He should be busy with me. Yeah. Well, Adolf's here in the car. Mathis responded as he quickly turned the wheel to get onto the straight road.
ヒューゴのこともその
Oh.
手紙に書かれてた。辛かったな、イブ。ああ。
I nodded honestly without putting on a strong front. Seeing me nod, Adolf gently placed his hand on my head. The fact that my partner wasn't next to me didn't seem right. In fact, it felt horrible. It was as if I had lost an important part of my body.
ひとまず安全な場所に移動してから話し合いましょう。この国や彼女の身に
We
何が
know.
起きたのか。
I could tell Mathis was concerned about me by his voice and how he was driving a lot more safely.
それならちょうどいい場所があると思うの。
Nadia? Where do you know, Nadia? Are we going to the church or to the hospital? Oh, Lucas's house! With Nadia's suggestion, Eves and the others arrived at Lucas's house to stay in hiding. Lucas, who was now missing, gave her the keys so they could use it as a base when needed. With Lucas not around, the soldiers who were once there had disbanded. To be safe, Eves and the others entered from the back to gain access to this temporary haven. Nadia was put to bed while the others gathered to share their information.
本当ならジャンもこの場にいるべきなんですが。
Where is Jean? Mathis, are you about to fucking die on us?
なぜか軟禁生活中に
Oh, yeah,
警
because
備兵の皆さんに研究所へと連れて行かれてしまって。
yeah, because they figured out who the fuck he is.
ジャンまで。はい。その連行中に違法や研究といった言葉が。
あいつが研究所に咎められるような犯罪をするとは思えないが。
He is, don't worry.
僕もそう思います。でも、
Yeah.
シアンさんが意味もなく。
確かにさっき現れたこの衛兵もシアンさんの命令で来たわけじゃないみたいだし、邪魔をすれば潰すってことは邪魔をしなければ危害を加えるつもりはないってことだもん。
Sadly so.
邪魔？何の話だ？
Oh, time to tell a story. Yep. Yves and Tahoot explained to Adolf what happened to his foster sister. Hey, Adolf, get ready for mind-boggling. They talked about the true nature of the country's curse and his inborn ability. They then went on to share the horrifying plan Chance spoke of over the transmitter. Yeah. Yeah, the two braced for Adolf to go mad with rage, but contrary to their expectations, Adolf simply frowned and calmly responded to their explanation.
あいつの死にたがりは
Oh,
今に始まったことじゃないからな。
that's rough.
それでお前たちはその計画とやらを聞いてどう思った？
That's a really rough sentence there, Adolf. You know, it's not the first time Princess wanted to die. Yeah, but you don't have to say it like that. Like, you didn't have to say it like that. Yeah.
あいつを犠牲にすればこの国が呪いから解放され多くの人間が救われることについて。
Everyone went silent at Adolf's earnest question.
研究者としての
Who slowly raised his hand.
僕はシアンさんの計画に賛成するしか。
Mathis looked at Tahoot as if he were betrayed, and in turn, Tahoot looked back with
も
remorse.
ちろんお友達としては助けたいと思ってます。でも
Yeah, I
善
can't
悪の話じゃないんで
I
すよ。
don't even know.
有史以来人類は実験体と
And
いう
he's
犠
also
牲を生む
not
こと
wrong.
でさまざまな病と戦ってきたんです。今回はそれが偶然彼女の番だった。マティスさんだって。これが血も涙もない殺人鬼だったら見逃していたんじゃ。
それは。
Of course, Mathis was only thinking about saving him. Yeah. But he had sought revenge all his life and never put much thought into the country or its future. He knew that no matter what he said, he wouldn't be very convincing.
イブさん。イブさんはもちろん彼女を助けに行きますよね。
Which was why Mathis entrusted his hopes to Yves, sitting next to him. He was kind, strong, trusted by many, and Prince was someone special to him. Mathis was sure that Yves would be the hero who would stand up and save the captured prince right away. But Yves got a deep frown and didn't move, simply keeping his head down.
イブさん、どうしたんですか？
勝ったって。
え？
彼女よかったって言ったんだ。自分が死んでその死によって多くの命を救えることに絶望も 嘆きもなく、ただ純粋に
Yeah.
よかったって、
Mhm.
俺の言葉なんて何一つ聞かないまま、心の底から幸せそうに彼女は救われないことに意味を求めてる。
Yep. His Prince's voice, hopeful to be released from the hell that was his life, echoed in Yusa's mind. I mean, my life ain't great now, but it's not hell. There's just some rough spots. It was too soon for him to die. There was still hope that things could change. I wanted Prince to live because I loved him. Simple words that could be said so easily. The past me could say that with no problem, but Shen and I now knew that he was truly deaf, so... Yeah, Yukata, yeah, please, I want to get out of this dress.
そんな言葉、彼女に絶望の中で生き続けろと言っているも同然だ。
If so...
彼女を生かしたいという願いはあまりにも残酷じゃないか。
I mean, depends how you look at it. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't all.
ヒューゴの最後、
Yeah.
彼女のせいだったのかって、醜い感情で
Well,
責め立てたくなる自分がいる。
that's to be expected. It wasn't as though he was killing people because he wanted to. He knew that, but...
こんな感情を抱いたまま、俺は剣を取ることはで
Mhm.
きない。
He would love Prince even if he was deaf. Eves knew how pathetic he was for saying such a thing. He grabbed his own arm with trembling fingers.
ここまでイブにはいろいろあった。すぐに答えを出せる
Yeah, he's
状
been
態じゃ
through
ない
quite a fucking lot.
だハト、シアンが実験を開始するまでには
nya.
どの程度の猶予がある？
Nya, ototo. My little Earth brother just sent me a text with a picture of a like Ziploc baggie full of plastic spoons. And he just said, "You need spoons? We got spoons." To which I replied, "All good on spoons here. Enjoy your bounty." You need spoons? We got spoons. Yeah. I'm going out with him and my Earth Mom tomorrow. We're gonna go to IKEA and pick up, I need to do bookshelf. I don't have enough bookshelves. Yeah. I don't have enough bookshelves, so I need to get a new bookshelf. Yeah, because the bookshelf I've got in my living room right now, it needs to be for my wigs. So it needs to go in the hallway and be a shelf for wigs. And then I need another like actual bookshelf for the rest of my books and stuff. So that's going to go there along with a couple of the other stuff. And then I can finally start really unpacking the living room. How many wigs do I have? I have maybe about 10? Maybe? I haven't been able to put them up since the beginning of college. It's been years since I've been able to actually like display my wigs. I have a really long red one that I used to cosplay Grell from Black Butler. I have a short white one and like 4 white pigtails that I used for a like humanoid Cube cosplay. I have a short yellow one that I accidentally butchered cutting it, so it probably just needs to be thrown away. Or I'll just harvest the fibers, probably is what I'm gonna end up doing, is just harvest those. Then I have a short, like, muddy, dirty brown one that I actually really like. I actually really like that wig. And because I've worn it multiple times for Halloween usually, and I'm usually like a pirate. Yeah, harvesting fibers. You can harvest wig fibers. You can just pull out the wefts and use them for other stuff. Related to wig making. I also have a kind of medium length curly pink one, which I also love quite a lot. I actually wore it in Japan, and wore it in college. And then I have a, technically it's for cosplaying Leo Fortia, from Promare. I have to style it though. I've never styled it. So it's just kind of a wig. And then I have a Hifumi wig from why can't I remember? From Hypnosis Mike. And then I have a Dazai Osamu from Bungo Stray Dogs wig that I've worn quite a lot. Quite a lot. I actually wore it to the Dead Apple movie that I went and saw in theaters. And I did the last con I went to, I did 3 days of 3 different Dazai cosplays. Yeah, I like wigs. I want to get my hair, like, right now it's super fucking long. Like right now it comes to the end. While it's curly, it comes to the bottom of my shoulder blades. And I like having it like pixie cut short, because then if I want long hair, I just will wear a longer wig, like a long wig and fun colors and stuff. So, I also have also long hair sucks. Long hair sucks because my hair takes upwards of 8 hours to dry. To air dry. Upwards of 8 hours. Yeah. I just need to find like a place to get my hair cut, but so many places don't know how to deal with curly hair. So I've tried to find like an African American hairstylist. Exactly. But I guess if I'm just getting my hair cut super pixie short, it doesn't really matter. But yeah. So back to the horrible despair.
そうですね。どんなに早く見積もっても
I'm not gonna go bald. I had one haircut that was basically like the most gender euphoria I've ever felt with a haircut, because it was like literally almost like one of those stereotypical boys cuts, and I was like, oh fuck yes. Oh fuck yes. But I've also done like half shaved. I've done half shaved like twice. I see that Ty replied. I guess it could work if you play fast and loose with celery protection. I love that. No, like, yeah, like crew cut, I guess. You said tie the trigger warning list too? Yeah. This game is fucking wild. I'm gonna send the whole probably playlist to Ty and be like, look, this game's wild.
いくらシアンさんとはいえ、いろいろと準備があると思うので、今は僕たち研究員も不在ですし。
Adolf looked at the clock in the room. It was 8 at night now, and there was still time, even if the experiment started earlier. But also that cut was in college. The very like tailish end of college or so. But yeah, I've gotten my hair half shaved a couple times. Twice or so.
少し休め。どう動くにせよ、体力は万全にしておく必要がある。
Adolf checked the time again and patted Yeez on the back.
ごめん、アドルフ。謝るな、バカ。
I was sure he wanted to go and save his sister right away.
Blessings. Gives. Again.
1, 2, 3. We're still on 3. Okay, everyone moved to another room, letting me have a room to myself to rest. I've been sleeping a lot recently, so I didn't feel sleepy now, but I knew I was still tired beyond belief, so I decided to set myself down on the most comfortable looking seat in the room. For no real reason, I took off my mask and looked at the ceiling. Oh, whoa, whoa.
リュカ先生、無事だといいけれど。
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah! Ah! That's terrifying. I hate that. What? Why is Homina giving Madoka a weird buzz cut? That's freaking terrifying. Oh my god, if I saw that just randomly, I'd be like amazing. I didn't know why he was captured, but I doubted he was involved in that plan. All I could do was pray that he was safe.
リュカ先生も彼女とは昔からの知り合いだったんだよな。
I recalled how easy it was to learn the lessons he gave a number of times before. Prince was probably with him at the orphanage, listening with interest along with the other kids. I wouldn't be surprised if he had special feelings for an older guy like him. Yeah, special feelings. Fear. I recalled that some of the kids at the orphanage where I stayed had special feelings for him too. Special feelings. For all I knew, he could have been the first person Prince admired. Why are you thinking about other guys I might have a crush on? I literally, like, kissed him. Ish. I kissed his scars. What was I thinking? Did I want to use some happy memories of the past as an excuse to keep him living? Or maybe I had a different desire with how he brought so much misfortune while leaving me with fond memories. The desire to curse him. Oh. I cupped my chin with both hands and struggled to clear my thoughts when... Yeah.
さっきよりもひどい顔をしてるな。
Thanks, Adolf.
少し付き合え。酒の力でも借りないと、お前に話せないことがある。
Uh-huh. My other friend appeared in front of me with a huge bottle of wine in his hand. Where did you get that? Did Lucas just have wine sitting around? I quickly tried to put the mask back on, but Adolf simply waved his hand to tell me not to worry, despite being slightly surprised. He found 2 wine glasses and began to pour wine into them slowly. Yeah.
こんな時にお酒なんて。しかもこれ、リュカ先生のじゃ。
Yeah, he'd want us to drink it.
数口程度なら平気だろう。先生にはナディアからの報酬だとでも言っておけ。
We clinked our glasses in a toast, then raised our glasses to the moon shining outside the window to mourn our lost friend. Adolf had poured himself only 2 fingers of wine, and he took a slow sip from the glass. Okay. Okay. I think I know the answer to this, so this is going to be a really stupid question, but I don't drink. 2 fingers of wine means, like, if you hold 2 fingers against the bottom of the glass, right? It's not like you stick a finger in and it goes up like 2 knuckles. Because, like, I know you measure whiskey by knuckles or something. Okay, it's just a measure of depth. Okay, that's what I thought. I had a really stupid idea of him, like, fingering the wine. I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, that is not how he does it. That is not how you do it.
俺から酒に誘うのは、これが初めてか。
Is it?
いつもなら、ヒューゴもこの場にいたんだがな。
Yeah. That makes sense. I couldn't bring myself to drink, so I simply looked at the purple liquid in the glass, reflecting my hideous face. Oh, okay, it's red wine too? Ugh. True. Adolf had told me something I didn't know.
俺が酒をあまり飲まないのは、
Huh?
酒よりも、お前らのバカ騒ぎを見ている方が愉快だったからだ。
Oh.
そうなんだ。そうだよ。最初からな。お前、俺と初めて会った時のことを覚えてるか？
I love that I will say, that is gonna be one nitpick I have. one little nitpick I have. We just confirmed that this is like a time-sensitive thing, and we're here having conversations. Do I know it's like we've got a few hours? Yes, but it was really, really urgent and necessary and fast-paced, and now we're really slow pace. It's just, yeah. Yeah, except a simple nod in response. Yeah.
剣術の才能があると先代に誘拐じゃねえ強引に担がれてきたお前と慌ててそれを追いかけてきたヒューゴ。
Was he fucking kidnapped?
わけのわからねえ状況だってのにお前は俺に初対面から躊躇なくあの時の俺は誰とも慣れ合わない今より不愛想で無口なクーネの嫌われ者だったってのに
それはせっかくできた兄弟子なんだし仲良くなりたいと思って。
ああ1年間無視し続けてもお前が話しかけてくるもんだからたまらず降参したよ。そのうちお前の相棒であるヒューゴとも親しくなって野菜の作り方も教えてもらう仲になって気づけば自警団の活動中は常に3人共にいるのが当たり前になっていた。
Alright.
イブ、俺はな、
Uh-huh.
懸命に生きる優しい人間ばかりが利用され踏みにじられるこの国が、施設の家族以外の人間が大嫌いだった。
He said he didn't even open up to our previous leader since he wasn't from the orphanage. He spent his whole time focused on becoming a skilled fighter to protect those close to him. Adolf's face was slightly red as he continued to tell me the thoughts and feelings he kept inside for so long.
そんな俺の狭い世界を広げたのはお前だ、イブ。
Excuse me, sorry.
それはヒューゴも同じだっただろうさ。
Now a yawn. Alright then. Blessings.
That was a big one, yeah. But I didn't do anything special or kind for him. The three of us just spent time together and had fun. But Adolf told me it was exactly what saved him and Hugo.
お前は俺に友人と飲む酒のうまさを教えた。お前はヒューゴに自分自身で人生を決めるだったら今は分からなくても、あいつにも新たな生きる喜びを作ってやることができるだろう。
That's a new expression on him. Something fell into the glass of wine, causing ripples on the surface.
いいのかな。
Yeah, smug
そう
Dolph.
したいと願っても。
Before I knew it, tears rolled down my cheeks. A drop fell into the wine, then another. Great, watered down the wine.
悲しい。彼女が本当に死神だったことが憎い。たとえ無自覚でもヒューゴを死なせた彼女のことが。情けない。彼女の希望を裏切って絶望を叩きつけた。
The negative emotions I thought I did away with were flowing out of me. Even so.
彼女を失いたくない。恨んでるけど好きなんだ。なんだっていいんだ。生きる理由を得てほしい。俺が彼女の生きる理由になりたい。
But wouldn't that be betraying Hugo?
なるわけないだろうが。俺の相棒を何だと思ってる。
Okay. Also, I just noticed his scar does have the Lycoris petals pattern. I fought back against the faint whispers in my mind. Oops. My partner wasn't the kind of guy who would deny me human emotions. I wiped my tears away and drank the wine. Ralph laughed as I finished it in one gulp. The familiar taste reminded me of happier times, and I began to speak with confidence.
間違っていてもいい。誰に糾弾されても構わない。
Yeah. Even if.
彼女自身に
Yeah.
激しく拒否されたとしても。
Even if this country's hope was lost, I would keep Prince alive until I found him a reason to live. Well, we don't got much time left. I crammed as much preserved food as I could into my stomach after days of lacking nutrition. I put on my cloak and sheathed my sharpened sword in its scabbard. I tied my hair up again and put on a mask to hide the face that she said was beautiful. With Nadia's persuasion, Dahoud agreed to cooperate, leaving the house to go through a different route. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do? What did you do? Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Adolf's like, what am I supposed to do with this? That's really good.
マム、ナディアのことを頼む。
Oh, we got mom.
ええ、責任を持って預かるわ。
Hey, mom, it's been a while. Sister Salome, who offered to help, who arrived to offer help, nodded kindly in response.
ありもしない。大げさな噂を流したこと。
What?
あの子は恨んでいるかしら。
Huh?
でもそれは彼女を守るために
What?
仕方なく行ったことですよね。
ああ。マムの嘘がなければ、もっと早くあいつはシアンやカプシーヌの実験体になっていたかもしれない。
本音を言うとね、寿命が延びるかもしれないと聞いたとき。でもね、やっぱりダメだわ。あの子を理不尽に失った未来で、イブさん、あの子のことをよろしくお願いします。
I gave my oath to Sister Salome. Yeah, I don't understand that. That didn't make sense to me.
イブさん。
I knew that she knew that we had something weird going on with us and was gonna use us as bargaining chips with Xian, but
ナディア、君のお兄さんのことも任せて。必ず彼女と一緒に連れて帰ってくる。
ええ、私ここで兄様の無事をお祈りしてるわ。
I approached the young girl sitting in the chair, wrapped my pinky around hers in the way my family done for generations. Finally, I slapped my cheeks with my hands to lift my spirits. Nothing like good old self-flagellation.
ようやく答えが出た。
I couldn't say that it didn't bother me. The idea that I was working against extending the longevity of the people, but I turned to everyone waiting for me and gave them my best possible smile. I wasn't turning my back on the people as revenge for their betraying me and treating me badly in so many ways. Yeah. All that happened was I finally decided who was the most important to me. That the time was 1 in the morning.
行こうか。この国のすべての命より、俺は彼女の命と愛を取る。
Can't we make the clones can't we just take our genes, adjust the genes, make the clones? We can make copies of people's genes without killing them. We know that. So why does it have to be adjusting our genes now while we're alive? I don't know. I gave my declaration of war to regain my beloved death. Wild. Yeah, there are many ways that we could address this problem. Not many of them involve burying us alive. A place hidden from sight, an underground laboratory where criminals were used as expendable test subjects. Welcome back to Xian's underground fun palace. Oh. On the bed was a young man sound asleep with tubes connected to his body.
こんな大量の薬を打って大丈夫なのか？
Oh.
ここに閉じ込められてから一度も起きないぞ、こいつ。
所長からの命令に文句を言うなよ。
Oh.
あの人が大丈夫って言ってるなら大丈夫だろ。
Two of Xian's researchers were monitoring the young man's condition.
むしろ打たない方がまずいらしい。意識を取り戻した瞬間に暴れるから、薬を絶やさず眠らせ続けろって。あとなんか全身薬漬けになってるから、それも一緒に抜くってさ。
The other drugs.
本当にこいつがブローなのか？ こんな細い体でどうやってあの重いハルバードを振るうって言うんだよ。
あれ、うちの警備兵が3人がかりでようやく持ち上げたって聞いたもんな。モテるならほんと化け物だよ。
その化け物も今回の計画が終われば所長の実験体か。うわ、なんだ?
Oh, it looks up with confusion as a loud sound shook the ceiling above. Oh, before they could react, the young man pulled the tubes off and extended his arms. He grabbed the researchers' heads and crushed them. Dynasty's red. Oh. Well, all right then. Yeah, he's broken himself out. I was standing inside a locked capsule with something that felt like a strange film of water surrounding me. Yep, that's where people get their bodies made. When I touched it, it felt soft but resilient, something that couldn't be easily torn through. Outside this egg-like capsule was Shen, moving about, managing the system and its equipment. But he was working so quickly and efficiently that I didn't really think he needed help from any of his staff. If your plan succeeds, then we may not need to resort to reliver technology in the future.
その時は次の研究テーマを探すまでだ。なんなら外で研究されているという時を超越する技術あたりに。
Leaping through time. Is that really possible?
俺が参加すればな。だがその前にけじめとして。
Shen's just a little weird. The device I was in was special, as I could hear exactly what Shen was saying from the inside the capsule and vice versa. Shen quietly began to talk about his life. He told me about how he developed reliver technology at great expense to his family so he could buy time to lift the curse. Yeah, but since reliver bodies experienced little to no growth, it hampered his ability to progress through his research. The genius loved by God said,
お前の犠牲を無駄にするつもりはない。
He finished his preparations and all that was left was to put the experiment into motion. The capsule brightened with lights that traced the form of a double helix, which was slowly drawn upon my body. It didn't hurt, but I shuddered from the unnatural movement of my blood running through my body.
その例とは言わんが、この実験が完了次第、クルーンの安全は保証し、メモリークラッシュの件もまあ、俺が次の領域に至り次第、解決しておいてやる。
Thank you very much. He's told me before that he wants someone who would love him, so it would defeat the purpose if the technology can't retain emotions of love.
Hearing my words, Shen moved his hand away from the system when a siren pierced through the air to notify of intruders.
撃つせ。
As Shen's command, a projection appeared, displaying the inside of the institute.
悪いが前言撤回だ、死神の娘。
Oops.
クルーンの安全は保証してやれん。これから俺が奪うことになるからな。
Huh? An electric car rammed through the gates. We're just taking full advantage of Mathis being a horrible driver. Out of the car appeared a man with a sword. It seemed as if he knew where the cameras were located. He waved his hand to us.
どうも、安心安全のクルーンです。自分自身からの依頼で大事な恋人を迎えに来ました。
Yeah. Yeah. I received a work order from myself. Yeah. Truly, yeah.
Huh? What was he doing? I could save the people of this country! As someone who knew kindness, why wasn't he happy with my decision?
Just as I was about to say so. Ah! The genes forming my body, they were telling me to evolve. I'm a Pokemon, turning into plant. A sensation, heat rising, the pain. Ah! I did it again. Nice. I screamed in agony from the surging pain and the raging heat running through my body. Yeah. do 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 do. Prince. That's not the right music. That's not the right jingle. I didn't have much time left before becoming an incarnation of the Lycris Noirge. 10 minutes and counting. Wow. 10 minutes? Okay. Mathis? God. Mathis offered to stay behind near the entrance to keep the royal guard at bay. Yves and Adolf rushed inside and headed to the laboratory deep within the institute. Alright, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All out war. Oh boy. The guards who had learned of Xian's plans sent arrows through the air, which were swatted away by the intruder's swords. Before the next set of arrows were released, Yves jumped. He ran a few steps across the wall and quickly closed the distance. He landed right behind the stunned soldiers. He landed a safe but powerful blow on the guards. Adolf rushed them and destroyed their weapons. Did you learn new moves from the serial killer? I mean, I guess you could, but wild. Oh boy. Ugh. Yves kept going even as he joked with Adolf from time to time. He thrusted, sliced, cut, and punched. They both took down the guards coming toward in waves as they made their way through the facility using information provided by Dahut. But
Hi, Chippy.
they soon noticed that the guards were different from the royal guard, and there were more here than previously expected. Something wasn't right. There shouldn't have been so many guards assigned to the institute.
Take a sip. Okay. And a stretch. Ugh. Ugh. And head pads. Wow.
Yves struck a guard rushing forward with a club, but from behind that guard came... Oh boy. Another one with the same face appeared and lunged at Yves. What? Clones? Clones? Yves knocked him out cold before coming to realization. Yeah. Worse, Yves wasn't back to full health as he was still under the toxin's effect. Forcing their way through the mapped route would only put them at a further risk.
お前が俺と敵対する道を選ぶのは
Oh.
予想していたのでな。
Oh.
オーティを拷問し始めた時から対策していたんだ。リライバーを軍事運用するなど俺の信念に反するが、今回は特別だ。
Uh-huh.
この国の人間を救うという俺の使命は邪魔させん。第3次、第4次生産部隊、侵入者を挟み込め。
Oh boy.
生け捕りが望ましいが、この際生死は問わん。
Xian's ruthless order took immediate effect. The newly produced guards appeared from around the corner and surrounded them. The two of them braced for the worst as the guards drew their weapons ready to attack. Oh, the guards toward the front were blown back by the wall next to them exploding. What the fuck? Who's come? Oh, is it Lucas? Yves and Edel somehow avoided the rubble and kept their guard up. It's Lucas, ain't it? The corridor was filled with smoke and dust.
It's Lucas!
Beyond the crumbled wall appeared a powerful kick to create a way to get through.
人並みの体制と言っておきながら、一体どれだけの薬を私に。
With a giant halberd in hand, the man wiped away the blood from his lips. Oh, they now know that he's put out.
先生、なんでここにというか、その格好、まさかあんたがブローの正体。
Lucas looked at the two of them as they readied their weapons.
事情は後ほど。私も投与された薬の影響でかなり体力が落ちています。彼女を助けるのでしょ。
So, was he just hearing everything while he was
一気に突破します。
fucking passed out? More guards appeared from the front, but they were greeted by Lucas's halberd, which blew them back onto the floor. He used the blunt side of his halberd so the men on the ground would still be alive under the rubble. With no time to be surprised by the sudden event, Eves and the others quickly continued on their way.
リュカ先生、ナディアが心配してましたよ。
この後どうするつもりかは知らねえが、一度ぐらいは顔を見せて安心させてやれ。
ええ、そのつもりです。あの子を保護してくださり、ありがとうございます。
Okay. With Lucas joining them, they quickly made their way through the raid of guards without much effort. Eves and the others advanced deeper into the facility. The others, you mean Adolf. It wasn't strange to assume that Xian hadn't considered the possibility of Lucas's appearance. After Lucas cleanly swatted down the arrows unleashed at them, the door adjacent to the corridor opened. Oh. Lucas barely blocked a strike that came from the shadow of the open door. Oh. Oh, fuck. He cloned Lucas? Out from the door appeared the same halberd used to block the strike. Oh, God. Oh. Adolf raised his sword to strike the fake Lucas when... Sensing danger, Yves and Adolf leapt back at the same time. Two shadows appeared from above, swinging their halberds down the floor where the two just stood. 3 of them? Oh, God. More fake Lucas clones appeared from behind. Holy shit! Lucas, who wasn't at full health, somehow struck down his clone, but it didn't change the situation much. As if his loud warning was the trigger. Oh, God. The blades of the Budo clones began to swarm Yves and the others. Yves somehow avoided the weapons from reaching him, but... Oh, Adolf got hit. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Despite the clones not having a thought of their own, they slowed down Lucas considerably. Even Yves, who was avoiding the blades, slowly began to take hits, some of them deep. Lucas swung his halberd fearlessly to take down his clones, but a few of them braced for the impact to block him. Lucas' shoulder was torn open. Adolf covered Lucas and took the next hit, was blown back along with him. They were supposed to be Lucas's clones, but they didn't show the same love for their former students, nor were they sane. Whether Lucas is sane is a little bit up to debate. They impassionately came forward to crush Yves' head with their halberds. The sound of something being pierced, and from the clones appeared drops of red blood. Oh. The backs of the clones were covered with arrows, making them look like angels with wings. Oh, the core! How did they figure that out? Okay, well, it's time to take a short break. This is fucking wild, y'all. This is fucking wild, y'all. I don't even know where to begin. Yeah, this feels so much like the final battle. It's kind of like not even funny. But also there's still like, we're not done. So it's just interesting. Just very, very interesting. Yeah, it's all gonna go horribly wrong somehow. Like, they're gonna get there and it's gonna be like, too late. Prince is already locked in the reincarnation egg. Or Prince is already a lump of flesh. Or like some or other sort of crazy shit. Because like, I'm betting that Adolf and Lucas are gonna die before Yves gets there. Like, it's gonna be Yves only who gets there. I do not know what is going to happen after that. I no longer understand. My cannibalism guess was way off. My cannibalism guess was way off. Yeah. There is still time for cannibalism, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it's gonna be now for cannibalism, though. I will say, though, this game does a fucking amazing job of building up tension and just making you feel on edge and, like, yeah. And, like, needing to continue. It really is. The pacing has moments where it's bad, has moments where it's like, whoa, what? But otherwise, like, 10 out of 10, this is great. Like, is it wild that we're a plant? Yes. Is it wild that this is genetic fuckery? Yeah. I will say, though, that this is a little less horrifying. This is a lot more like, hey, do you have a murder complex? And less like psychological, existential dread. It's less existential dread. It's more, yeah, no, it's actually like, I would give it 10 out of 10 for a game trying to be like sciencey handwave because it's believable enough. They were the core members who hadn't shown their faces since the deaths. They kept their distance the whole time to avoid suspicion of being with Yves, and some even holding a grudge against him. And now those very men were here with their swords in hands to face the army of clones.
What? Oh.
I settle him. Before Yves could stop them, some clones began to move again, quickly slashing at the men and killing a few. Even Adolf's yelling wasn't enough to change the situation. Oh, that's gonna suck. Each time the clones directed their attention to Yves and the others, the men charged in to help only to be killed. They're all just sacrificing themselves. Oh god.
悪いな。俺、今度からお前らとは酒飲まねえわ。仲間を売った気まずさの中、しけた酒を飲むよりも、ジョーちゃんの飯を食いながら、イブとバカ騒ぎする酒の方がよっぽどうめえからな。酒の味なんて、一緒に飲む相手でいくらでも変わるのによ。それがわからないなんざ。
結局あいつにケツ蹴られてから動き出すのに結構時間かかっちまったな。悪いイブ、お前が毎回持ってきてくれる酒すげえうまかったぞ。
Oh god。
死神の呪いよりうまい飯を取ると言ったのは俺らの方だったよな。そんなことも忘れるなんて、俺の記憶力は鶏以下か。
しかし意外といいな。後がないって分かった上で大事なもんのために戦えるのは償いになんてならんだろうが、せめてお前らを先に送り出せ。
Oh god. Everyone was dying one by one to protect Yves and apologize to him.
償いなんていらない。もうそれ以上は。
行きますよ、イブ君。
あいつらの覚悟を無駄にするな。
Oh god. Adolf forcefully grabbed Yves' arm and began to run with Lucas heading their way. Oh, Lucas leading the way. Oh, yikes. But the clones that cleaved away at the core turned around to give chase, closing in on them quickly. The remaining core members fired their arrows, but it wasn't enough to stop them. Ugh.
ちなみにあれはお客様用の館内ナビゲートなので、特に使用者の制限はされてます。もしも僕とはぐれて迷子になった右下に表示される緊急マークだ、あれをうっかり押すと防火用の隔壁が降りてきてしばらく閉じ込められちゃいますから。
Oh god, Adolf is gonna sacrifice himself. Adolf quickly hit the emergency mark as he ran past the projected navigation tool. Suddenly, a thick and transparent glass wall began to lower ahead of them.
なるほど。確かにあれなら。
Adolf's gonna get stuck. It should, but Lucas, who was in front, would be able to run past the loading door, but Yves and Adolf wouldn't make it in time. Lucas slid under the gap above the floor as the space grew smaller and smaller. He should be able to save his student prince before it was too late. With that thought in mind, Yves raised his sword to fight alongside Adolf, but... Adolf quickly turned around and kicked Yves hard. Yves flew backwards and barely made it under the wall just before it could touch the floor. Yep. Yves groaned from the hard hit and slowly raised his head up to see the glass wall completely shut. Yep. Oh, fuck.
アドルフ、何を。
見ての通り、俺は間に合わなかった。先に行け。あいつだって、心の底ではきっとお前を待ってる。
ふざけるなよ。こんなこと誰が頼んだ。
That means everybody dies still. We're still not before the despair end. So that means everybody dies no matter a good end or bad end.
開けろ。今すぐこっちに来い。アドルフ、みんなも。
He slammed his fist against the glass wall only to draw blood from his hands.
ダメか。今の私では壊せない。
Oh god. Lucas tried to help by striking the wall, but nothing changed, even with his superhuman strength. Yves continued to strike at the glass wall over and over again. The men who wanted them to move on were dying in front of their eyes one by one. It also meant that the clones would soon come in for the kill, first by going after Adolf, who was blocking the way.
頼むよ。開けてくれ。俺はもうこれ以上大切な友人を失いたくない。彼女だって君を失ったと知ったらどれだけ絶望すると思うんだ。
絶望した分、お前が希望を
I don't think it's
与え
that
てやれ。
easy.
イブ。
I don't think it's that easy.
妹を守るのは兄の役目でもあるだろう。
The strength in Yves' fist slamming against the wall began to weaken. Yves could tell Adolf was smiling even with his back turned.
なあ、イブ。シアンはあいつのことをリコリス・ノアージュの化身と呼んだ。ならきっとあいつを本当の意味で救い守ることができるのは
yeah.
狭い場所に閉じ込め騎士を気取っていた俺じゃなく、あいつの手を取り幸せに憧れることを教えてやったリコリス・ノアージュの守護者である。だから俺たちのことも寿命のことも気にするな。悲観的な俺の妹をどうか頼む。
やだ。待ってくれ、アドルフ。
A shadow fell upon the smiling Adolf. Beyond the glass wall, Adolf ready to disrupt and to take down as many clones as possible. In front of his very eyes, his comrades fell, and then...
あいつが俺を兄と呼ぶときを結構楽しみにしていたんだがな。
Oh! Adolf bloomed into a bright red flower. Oh. Yves was prepared to die, but he was not prepared to mourn the others who died in his place. Yeah, stop! Go! Get! After losing his second friend, Yves broke down and sobbed. No one beyond the glass wall survived. Lucas' clones had also been killed through the determination of the core members and Adolf's last stand.
私のような化け物がいなければ。
Everybody just fucking sucks. Everyone's just having the worst day in the world. Unable to bear the guilt, Lucas tried to apologize to Yves, who had his back turned. Yves took up a deep breath. He forced the words out of his mouth. He told himself that it was too early to wallow in despair. He needed to keep his head up.
何があっても彼女を迎えに行くって俺はアドルフと一緒に決めたんだ。
He rose with the strength given to him. He needed to go. After all, he was the one who decided to go on this unavoidable path. He had no other choice. Lucas quietly followed behind Yves, who was walking with unsteady steps. So, Lucas, how are you dying? The two continued on their way, taking down each wave of guards that appeared. Soon enough, Yves and Lucas arrived at the final corridor that led to the depths of the Institute.
この先に彼女が。
You hope. And beyond the corridor was also certain someone who he needed to put an end to. Oh, you're just gonna kill Xian? Oh. Oh. I mean, I guess Dahoot knows how to run the machines and everything, but... Seeing Yves' tear-stained face, Lucas slowly began to speak.
一つ質問です。
Oh, what if we're too late?
君はもし救出が間に合わず、
Yep.
彼女がクローンの母体になってしまったらどうするつもりですか？
Please tell me he doesn't take one of the clones and makes it his wife. Eves quickly stopped upon sensing something ominous about his question. Lucas also stopped and looked at Eves as if they were in class. Yeah.
どうしてそんなことを今聞くんです？
君の回答次第で私の行動が変わるからです。
Suddenly tension built up around them.
リライバーのオリジナルになるなど悪魔を生み落とし
Oh
魂ご
no.
と汚れたも同然。きっとそんなおぞましい状況、彼女も
Well,
受け入れ
Lucas,
られないでしょう。
we did accept it. If they didn't make it in time.
私が自ら殺して差し上げることが彼女にとって唯一の救いになるかと。
The declaration with a smile. Eves raised the sword in a quiet reply.
どういうつもりですか、イブ君。
Oh my.
そんな質問に意味はありません。俺は彼女がどんな存在になったとして
Oh
も
boy.
迎えに行くつもりですから。善意だろうと殺されるのは困ります。それから彼女の能力を治療できる才能を持つシアンさんも。
Do you really think he's gonna do that? Lucas was impressed that Eves had sensed his intention to kill Xian. He readied his weapon and prepared to face Eves, who showed no sign of backing down. They glared at each other for a moment. A drop of sweat rolled down Eves' cheek.
さすがに大事な教え子たちを二人も殺す気にはなれません。
What? An unexpected reply. Eves looked stunned, expecting them to go right into battle.
満点の回答です。
Huh?
試すような真似をして申し訳ない。
Okay, but no, you really do hate relivers, and we'd be making an entire, like, school of revivers. No.
本当に試したかったのは私自身だったのかも。どうも目が覚めてから狂
Oh,
っていない自分に
you have.
違和感が拭えないものって。
Oh, don't kill yourself. At the end of his sentence, Lucas was stuck in an arrow cave from behind. Lucas turns back to Eves, looking down the corridor they went through.
梅雨払いはお任せを。
Oh.
シアン・ブロフィワーズへの指導も君にお任せします。
Yeah, he's
ですが
getting rid of the
その前に一つ
drugs.
武術をたしなむ先達としての助言を7年前の火事をきっかけに
Yep, your sense of pain.
痛覚のほとんどを失っていますね。
気づいてたんです。
どんなに怪我を負っても平然と笑っている姿を見れば
Lucas smiled beautifully and went on to say that he also noticed because Eves was his former student.
その欠落は人助けや武術には役立つかもしれません。
Yeah, analgesia, where one cannot feel pain.
ですがこの先に進むのなら捨てた痛みを
What?
取り戻しなさい。
I don't think that's possible.
苦痛を自分から無視する人間に
Well, that's
痛
physical
みに
pain.
苦しむ少女は救えません。
He still feels plenty of mental pain. He went on to say that it could be recovered if the origin was psychogenic. And with that, Lucas turned his back to him.
それでは合流後の祭典を楽しみにしていますよ。
With everything needed to be said, Lucas quickly ran towards the enemies that lay in wait. He scratched his head, wondering how Lucas had noticed. He didn't decide to lose his sense of pain. After the fire, he was bullied to the point of injury on a regular basis. Oh, and so he told himself that the pain he felt wasn't as bad as the burns. Then one day, the pain vanished. Gasp! Amazing. He lost his sense of pain from the burns and the new wounds that followed. The doctor he saw said it wasn't something that could be fixed easily, but no blessings. Eves kept the words of his former teacher in the back of his mind. Noticing his mask was slightly off, he pushed it back into position. This could be the first time he was fighting someone by himself. Eves always had his trusted friends and allies with him to give him support, but now, no. They were still with him.
言ってくるよ。アドルフ、ヒューゴ。
Eve smiled and waved his hand at the vision of his friends, then set off into the depths of the facility. Please don't tell me you're seeing people now. Like, yeah. I believed it was nerve damage, but okay. Pain searched my body. Pain surged through my body as my cells slowly went through genetic modifications. But my sense of despair loomed even stronger from seeing the screen in front of me. Oh, did we watch everybody die? Oh, boy. Yeah, we literally... Yep. Oh, boy. With his back turned to me, Shen calmly observed what was happening. No! No! I screamed inside the capsule. Why? Why, Adolf? You said that you would save this country, the people, so why?
前言撤回と言ったはずだ。救いを拒否したのは連中の方だぞ。
But... It's Ted, I don't want to scream. My brash but gentle, kind dear brother. I only caused him trouble and never once repaid him for his kindness. Which is why I wanted to repay Adolf by having Shen extend everyone's longevity so that he could find happiness too. I thought he'd be happy. The pain that was surging through me took on a different meaning. It's too late. I took too much time. If the experiment began sooner, then Adolf, everyone would have pulled back saying it was too late. No one would have had to die for me. My nails bit deep into my arms as I embraced myself. Hurry and kill me! Hurry! 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 Kill me before anyone else dies!
その望みは叶えてやりたいが、急激に毒素を放出すると手がつけられなくなる。18年耐えてきたのだろう。あと数分程度の処理、待つことはできんのか。
Shannon entered something into the system as I continued to hyperventilate from stress. I could tell that I was slowly turning into some other being. The chills running down my spine were just enough to drive me mad. My body twitched and I couldn't keep myself upright. Even so. Please hurry and kill me. What I was going through now wasn't comparable to what Yves was feeling now. Well, they're different. Oh, huh? I looked up, hearing a familiar voice. The kind voice was coming from behind the door along with the splatter of blood. No! Stop him, Shed! Please don't let him come inside! That's okay. Yeah, I want to see the UI changed to plant. I pleaded to him as he was the only one who had access to the lock on the door.
当たり前だろう。敵をわざわざ迎え入れるバカがいるか。だが
Look.
少し遅かったようだな。
Shin was focused on the system in front of him. He stared intently at the glaring red error displayed on the screen.
エラー。外部からの不正な処理により、セキュリティシステムが解除されました。
Oh,
内部にいる人間はマニュアルに従い対処してください。
Whoa.
俺のシステムに侵入できる技術者の数など限られている。
ダフッ！
ダハト！お前はそちらに着いたか？もう少し賢明な男だと思っていたんだがな。
今さら気づいても遅いですよ。
Oh my god, I need to hear that again.
今さら気づいても遅いですよ。
Suddenly, the system screen displayed a video of Dahoot with his tongue sticking out.
なぜ俺の邪魔をする？お前は母を普通の人間として蘇らせたいんじゃなかったのか？
そうですね。正直迷ったと言いますか。
Yeah.
ぶっちゃけ僕も突入するまでは割とシアンさん派でしたよ。
Doing a little hacking. Yeah.
ならなぜ？
シアンさん、あなたは僕がこの世で2番目に尊敬する。
Oh god, it was him making the clone army.
最初から普通の生を望む人間、ナディアの兄であるリュカさんに手を出し。
Oh, Lucas!
彼女に寂しい思いをさせた。僕は今、心底腹が立っている。理由など、それだけで十分。要するに僕はあなたの大嫌いな感情論で。
ち、そんなくだらん理由で。
That's interesting.
そんなくだらん理由で侵入を許したのはどこのどなたさんですかね。というわけで日頃の恨みもありますし、上司に乗り気味なシアンさんは一回彼に殴られて反省してください。
Dude's face disappeared from view just as the security system finally failed.
結局はこうなるか。
ええ、俺たちクルーンは確かな仕事が売りですからね。一度受けた依頼は必ず完遂します。
How is this gonna go badly? Q&A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. And that held true even if the order was from himself.
お久しぶりです。彼女を返してもらうついでに、あなたの救済を潰しに来ました。
Thieves! He came to take away salvation from death. The young hero transforming into someone bigger, smiling with bravado. Yeah, I've come to crush your error salvation. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, why is that called Death of Love? Oh, okay. Yves apparently knew where I was from my voice. He looked straight at me as I quickly forgot my pain and... Leave. Leave me alone before I kill you again. Just...
やだ。
Thanks. Yves looked away as if pouting. Huh? Contrary to the mood of the situation, Shem burst out laughing, seeing me denied in seconds. I dismissed his laughter and continued my refusal of Yves' reckless behavior. I don't want any more of your kindness or love. It's been proven. I really am death. I wasn't spreading misfortune to others. I was the misfortune itself. Yes, I was a fool to think I could actually dream. I was the one who killed the children at the orphanage. I gave you your burn scars, and I made the people persecute you. I was the one who killed Hugo and Adolf. It's all my fault. To hell with wanting to be a normal girl. It was absurd from the beginning. I was never a normal girl to begin with. So please, leave me alone. I want to die. I want to repent with my life. So please, don't get in my way. I can finally save someone. I have to do it. I did my best to push Yves away. I only needed to convince him further. No matter what Yves said, I would tell him that I didn't want to live anymore.
その通りだね。
Oh, well, that wasn't what I expected you to say.
君のせいじゃないとはもう言わない。意図的ではないにせよ。君は確かに他者に死を招く死神だった。
Huh? My eyes widened. The kind Yves that I saw just spoke those cruel facts. But I couldn't deny what he said. Still, I was surprised that of all people, it was him telling me so. The next thing he said surprised me even more.
でもだからなんだっていうの？
Huh?
いっそ開き直っちゃおうよ。
It matters a lot!
自分は意地悪な死神なので、見ず知らずの他人を救う力はひとかけらもありません。ってね。
Huh? Of all things for him to say. What? That's horrible. Do you realize what you're saying? The people of Arbachel finally had a miracle to extend their lives beyond 23 years. Yeah. He was telling me to throw all that away.
最低なことを言ってる自覚はある。でも、見ず知らずの他人より、俺はどんなに罪深くても、君の命を優先したい。
I thought you had a grudge against me.
そりゃ、恨んでるよ。
Huh?
でもそれ以上に、君が好きだから。
This is taking that's taking manic pixie dream girl to like a whole nother level. I'm just quirky. I kill people. Like what? He has a grudge and he loves me. Those things feel like they're pretty incongruent. It doesn't have to be me. There are others who'll love you instead of.
他の人じゃ嫌なんだ。俺の醜い顔に口づけを施すのは君だけであってほしい。
Shen's just sitting here watching this. He responded bully to everything I said. I suppose it was proof of his newfound priorities. Yves gave me a bright and innocent smile under his mask. I finally realized.
俺はもう意味のない
Yeah,
愛を
Shen's
振り
here
ま
just
かない。
like, alright. It was the death of his love for humanity. Oh!
共に苦しんでいこう。自分を許せないなら幸せになんてならなくても。
I feel like that's a bad thing to say. Let's suffer together. Okay.
俺は君と共にトガを背負いながら苦しんででも生きてい
You're
きたい。
gonna die like real fast, my dude. The young man reaching out to me was here simply because he sought the love of one girl.
これまで全ての人を愛した分。
Okay.
俺は世界で
唯一
Yeah, that counts as codependency, I'll say.
君のことだけを愛するよ
It was a love only for me. Eves. Slowly, ever so slowly, I spoke his name like dripping water. His name triggered my emotions. No, no! Stop, don't say that! Emotions contrary to my words rose from within. Are we in the despair route? Nope, we're still here. I want everything to end. I didn't want things to end. I don't have the right to live. I wanted to live. I don't want you near me. I wanted him near me. My words gradually changed to match my emotions. From the depths of despair, I finally raised my voice. I can finally save someone myself.
救いの大半である他人と俺たち
Huh?
どっちが大事君が死ぬなら俺も死ぬって言ったらどうする
I feel like that's slight manipulation? It's so unfair of you to say that. The kind Eves I knew had turned into a bully very quickly. Huh? It was like he turned into a demon.
そうだよ
What?
俺はずるいんだ
Huh?
愛する君を生かすためならどんな最低な言葉も吐いてやる
Huh? I finally found joy and meaning in dying. But hearing the words he spoke, I wanted to live now, even if it meant living to despair. The country's savior brought us back to the real of what was happening.
話は済んだかこれ以上は俺も待ってや
Yeah.
れん
He crushed the stone slate with his iron-soled shoe, then glared at Eves with cold eyes. He showed no compassion or friendliness towards the person with whom he once enjoyed a night of drinks. One night, that's not much. Eves.
すぐに戻ってくるよ二度目の告白の返事はその時によろしく
Okay.
いい加減俺も堂々と君を愛せるようになりたいから
Okay. Eves put his hand against the capsule, and I reached up to put my hand on his. I couldn't feel his warmth, but instead, I could feel the beat of our different pulses overlapping each other. Okay. Interesting. Is this now in the despair route? Are we now in despair route? Nope. Still not. Eves reluctantly removed his hand from the capsule and turned to face Shen. Judging by the look on his face, Shen didn't seem very worried about his equipment in danger of being destroyed. Eves remembered the unbreakable glass wall and quickly realized that it would be difficult to break the capsule to save Prince.
なんだか少し苛立ってます
一目置いていた生き物にこうも失望させられてはな
I guess.
いかなる感情も不要としている俺にとって
A little pout. Shen tapped his temple with his finger to signify Eve's bird mark.
不要な感覚や感情を自分の意志で遮断できるお前は苦しみ、悲しみ、恨み、妬みお前はそういった負の感情をやけどの痛みとともに捨ててきたのだろう
Cold sweat appeared on Eve's forehead, realizing that someone else knew his secret. Shen knew it as a fact, but he posed it in the form of a question to make Eve nod in agreement.
俺も感情は希薄な方だが人間に合わせるための最低限の入出力は持ち合わせているのでな
I'm kind of doing a shit job of it, though.
まま
honey.
ならない研究には苛立ち痛みがあれば顔を歪める
Which is why Shen showed great interest and admiration toward Eves, who was able to suppress his emotions on his own. But now,
愛などというこの世で最もくだらん感情に振り回されているんだ、落胆もする最終通告だ俺の邪魔をするなら容赦なく殺す今のお前では俺に勝てない
だったらその数分以内にあなたを叩きのめして
okay.
言うことを聞かせればいい
Alright.
お前らしい意見だな
I mean, yeah, true. The scientist trying to save this country, the Guardian trying to extinguish that hope. With the weight of others' lives on their backs, the battle between good and evil had finally begun. Yeah, technically, if you're looking at this from, like, every fucking other person in the country, Xian is good and Eves is evil. This game loves to play with, perspectives. He didn't hold back. He reprimanded his genes and activated them, even at the expense of snapping his muscles. What? Yeah. A swift swipe down from above was easily dodged. Moving as quickly as Budo, Xian suddenly crouched low to the floor. I rushed my sword up in front of my face to brace for the impact. Instead, a powerful kick from below hit me, causing me to nearly drop my sword. Yeah? Interesting. He did a turning kick with his left leg, acting as a pivot to change directions. The force of the impact to my stomach made sparks scatter across my field of vision. I somehow retained my consciousness after slamming hard into the wall and landing on the floor. I quickly moved from my spot to evade his swift attacks. With an eerie smell, his kick slammed into the wall, creating a huge gaping hole. I quickly retaliated by swinging my sword, but he dodged it with barely a nick. Not only was he agile, he also recovered at an incredibly quick speed. Since my weapon was a sword, I could end the battle if I could just land a hit, but it was surprisingly difficult. He either barely dodged my sword or used his iron-plated shoes to block my blade before retaliating with a kick. Yeah. Interesting.
所詮は科学者と甘く見たか？俺をあまり舐めてくれるなよ。クルーン!
His deadly kicks that could easily crush my bones kept coming at me in a flurry.
舐めてませんよ。想像以上だっただけです。
I tried to move faster than usual so he wouldn't keep getting the upper hand. Yeah. We continued a battle with no end in sight. Dodge, strike, slash, collide. Some of the devices were being destroyed, all in the name of landing that one blow.
問うぞクルーン。お前はこの女のために本当に俺の提示する救いを潰すつもりか？
His question came in the heat of the battle.
もちろん。跡形もなく徹底的に希望を奪った悪魔として全ての国民に恨まれたって構わない。
Hey, Yves, he's gonna die real fast though. Like really, nobody has put much thought.
塊であるお前がその後悔と罪に耐えられるのか?
He really hasn't put much thought behind this plan because if he takes us out of there and basically stops us, we've already started to mutate. We've already started to mutate. So if he takes us out of there, we're going to be even more strong. Our pheromones of death are going to be even more stronger. Are even more stronger? Going to be even stronger. And basically he's going to die real fucking fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's just a little wild.
耐える必要なんてない。ずっと死にたくなりながら。
Because then we're gonna be really fucking depressed. We're just gonna follow him and die.
その火傷の跡を消し、恋愛感情を持てる第一のリライバーにしてやると言ってもか。
俺は彼女が口づけてくれたこの傷跡が愛おしいので、あと俺が愛し愛されたいのは彼女だけ。彼女への思いが消えた肉体なんていりませんよ。
愚かな。
じゃあ今度はこっちが質問する番。
Did you think of anything other than burying bodies? I blocked his kick from above.
なぜ土地の毒素という呪いの単純な正体にあなたのような天才や国民の誰もが気づかなかったのか。
それは
他国の人間のサンプルがなければ自分たちを構成する遺伝子そのものが異常だと。
Yeah.
きっと俺たち漂流者の秩序も代を重ねるごとに薄まっていたし、漂流者は確かに主張した。延命技術ばかりに取りつかれず、自分たちの命を支える自然についても学ぶべきだと。
This is also kind of like a warning story about getting too narrow-minded, too narrow-focused.
それは彼なりの自分の第二の故郷となったこの国への慈悲だったんだろう。
Because if anybody else had learned about botany, if the other dude had just taken the botany notes, this would have been dealt with a long time ago.
本を譲り受けたあなたの祖父はその話を伝え聞いたはずのあなたは。
Oh god. Even as we exchanged blows, I continue to pit my words against him at the cost of losing air.
全てを知る漂流者と俺の祖先たちはなぜ真実を打ち明け協力しなかったと思う。
Hold on one sec. Okay, I wanted to make certain it wasn't something I needed to respond to, but I had to read the whole thing. Oh, good. No, I didn't. It was because...
この国の歪んだ性への執着、研究に取り憑かれた者たちに、外からの人間として、
The drifter, who knew that a genius by the name of Shen was born, decided to go into hiding and give up saving the lives of others. His mission and the knowledge of botany he left were his way of showing compassion. It was true that Shen's research and experiments saved the people. Without his intervention, my parents wouldn't have revived his relievers and conceived me, and I appreciated him for that, but the fact that he couldn't uncover the truth behind the curse did something to his mind.
いつまで思考を停滞させている。自分が万能ではない人に落ちたこと。毒素の消滅を図るでもなく、特効薬の製作を志すでもなく、彼女の能力に頼ると決めた時点で。
He does have a point. He does have a point that literally Shen just went to, okay, kill this person.
あなたは他者の助けがなければ呪いに抗えないと。
He needed to change from a god to a human. He had faith in his reliver technology and believed humans reigned supreme. The people of this country, including the scientists, saw this place as the entire world. And we accepted it as fact. It was my fault for not making him realize this sooner, for not befriending him. Sure, alright. But it wasn't too late.
生命として対等な立場になった以上、一方的に犠牲を強いる権利なんてあなたにはない。
Yeah, it was true that sacrificing her was the fastest route to saving everyone, but all he needed to do was say one thing to change everything. Just one measly thing.
助けてくれと。その一言がどうして口にできないんだ。
I swung my sword down as he faltered.
ただの人間に落ちただと。
Yeah.
この俺が。
He held up the palm of his hand. My blade dug deep into his flesh.
訂正しろ。
His eyes beyond my blade suddenly showed flames within. It was an emotion that he was supposed to have rid himself of.
訂正しろ。そんな事実。
Oh, he fucked up.
認めてたまるものか。
Oh boy. His perfect self had quickly crumbled away at my words. He didn't notice that his statement was proof that he really was human. It was a roar filled with rage and malice. He didn't stop, even with blood streaming from his body. Oh boy. His attacks weren't as refined as before. He unleashed his attacks blindly, with no guarding or evading in between. My vision was painted in red as his rage triggered the same emotion inside me.
ふざけるなよ。怒りたいのはこっちの方だ。
I'm just waiting for when it slides over.
彼女を害し、ことごとく大切なものを奪ったあなたを。
'Cause, like,
俺は絶対に許せない。
Also, he really didn't have to immediately jump. Like, it wasn't like I was gonna die. Like, they had time to figure out, a plan. Anger versus anger. Shen completely lost his calm and let his emotions drive him. Alright, we both unleashed our strongest blows and we were both knocked back from the impact. He then drew out a dagger to ensure that he could take my life. In response, I repositioned my sword to end the fight.
認めるものか。俺はこの世界を俯瞰する者として一人で全てを救ってみせる。
Yeah.
認めるものか。彼女はお前が神を気取るための生贄なんかじゃない。
We rushed forward to finally end this. We pointed our blades at each other as we lunged toward each other with all our might. Here it is. This is probably the switch. The switch? The switch. Oh, my blade didn't hit. Coolio. Yep. Oh. What? Guardian. Huh? What? Is that another fucking bad end? He dodged my sword and turned his dagger against my temple. Huh? His blade hit, but not enough to take my life. Last vestiges of sanity in the midst of his rage were pushing Shen to fight. I don't know, but it wasn't over yet as the man he faced didn't feel pain even with his open wound. Huh? What? Shen quickly kicked up to finish the battle, expecting his bleeding opponent to aim low. He opened his eyes in disbelief. Yves was in front of him with his face twisted as if he's actually feeling pain. He pulled his body back from the surge of pain, which made him evade Shen's powerful kick. Oh, okay. Yves grinned, seeing Shen surprised. I guess this is the right one. My body felt like it was going to split in two. I reeled backward, about to fall, but it felt as though someone was holding me up from behind. I stumbled forward a bit, tightening my grip on my sword's hilt. Oh, okay, cool. I guess he was able to do that. It was the moment I fell in love with him. Oh, the pain I felt back then wrenched my heart. Yet it was strangely soothing at the same time. I wanted more. Oh, ooh, I turned him into a masochist on accident. I was sure I could inflict the same pain onto him too. Whoopsies. Yeah, whoopsies. Whoa. Oh my. Just remembering his smile was transforming my rage into sheer love. I let the mask blow off my face, and that moment I unleashed my final blow. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Fun. That happened. Oh. Yeah, that was a very cool CG. Oh, another chapter. Shen's lopped arm fell off on the floor.
まさに言葉通り、剣を持って俺に言うことを聞かせるとは。
Shen fell to his knees as blood poured out of the base of his severed arm. Despite being heavily tired and worn himself, Yves somehow pointed his sword to Shen's neck.
バックアップがあるのだから、憂さ晴らしに殺せばいいもの。自分を悪魔だと称しつつ、お前は爪が甘い。
And
そんな甘い男に敗北した俺が不感謝を名乗れるはずもなしか。
His flaming rage had disappeared. With a deep sigh, Shen began to control the display screen with his remaining hand. The pain crawling across my skin disappeared. The geometric light inside of the capsule also dimmed.
処理は中断。ロックも解除した。あとは好きにしろ。これ以上俺をお前らの血話喧嘩に巻き込むな。
自分から巻き込まれたの間違いじゃないですか?
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of did. Shen sighed again and shooed Yves away as if he didn't want to be bothered anymore. Don't mind me, just bleeding out over here. Yves chuckled and sheathed his sword, then boldly walked towards me through his blood splattered on the floor. Are we gonna, like, scream or get scared? Yves forcefully opened the capsule and outstretched his hand to me. He was waiting for me to step out on my own free will. Yeah. He was badly hurt. He lost everything he had and came here for the sake of having me by his side. But I didn't have the right to receive anybody's love. Out of my pocket fell the licorice hairpin he gave me. It fell right next to my foot. I picked it up and looked down at it. This was the licorice in its natural form, unpoisoned by the toxins. Perhaps his grandfather held on to hope that the licorice in this country would return to their original form. And designed this pin to reflect that hope. Okay, we're still not in the ending. But taking Yves' hand would destroy that dream. In fact, it may bring more misfortune to the people, even one day take his life. Well, more than one day, but if Yves was in my position, what would he say? Even if he died, whether he lived or died, he would want to be with me. What a ridiculous thing for me to make such an excuse. To wish for life after everything that happened. Yves was smiling at me in support of my ridiculous idea. Can I really take his hand? Even if I have to suffer, can I still live? I took a step forward toward his hand beyond the capsule. I reached out to grasp. What? What? Huh? I stopped hearing the sound of the alarm, and then... Ah! My Lycris Noir's genes, which had been inactive, slowly began to burn my blood. Ow! I instinctively pulled back my hand, embracing my body, trembling in pain. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! My skin, my blood, my heart, my eyes. It felt like some other being inside of me was trying to break free.
シオンさん、これは一体。
こっちが聞きたいぐらいだ。今調べてるから静
What
か
the
にしろ。
fuck is happening? I don't know. I'd like to know too.
これはシステムの暴走。
Dahoot?
今になってなぜ？
He's tried to pull open for the door of the capsule, but for some reason wouldn't budge.
そこから出るんだ。
I couldn't hear what he was saying. The pain surging through my body had taken over all my senses. I could tell from the pain this was part of his experiment. The genetic modification that was supposed to take place over several hours was happening right now at this very moment. A bloom in the middle of my chest. I can feel a black flower bloom inside of me. It's 10, almost 11 o'clock at night and I don't want to scream. Yeah, we're blooming. Oh, God. Oh, boy. The invisible toxins that were inside of me appeared in the form of a black mist and filled the air. Oh, and they're explosive. It was like the same nightmare of crimson explosions that happened before. Oh, shit. Ugh. After being thrown out of the capsule upon its destruction, I finally came to. I looked around to find myself surrounded by the flames from that day. Oh, boy. The toxins inside me did this? Wait, where's Yves? I carefully looked around the capsule. I found Yves a distance away, covered in ash and knocked out cold. Fortunately, the flames hadn't reached him yet. Yves! I dashed towards him, knowing that we didn't have much time left. Yves, wake up! I lifted him up and called his name when suddenly... From Yves' mouth spewed forth blood as black as mud. Huh. Seeing the color of his blood made me tremble, which in turn increased the black mist coming on my body. In response, Yves spit out even more blood. Could this be?
そいつから離れろ娘。お前の能力が暴走し、体内で増幅された毒素が排出されている。
Oops.
そのままではクルーンの染色体が一瞬で毒素に染まって死ぬぞ。
I somehow lifted his body slightly up from the floor, dragging behind me so I could keep away from the fire. But even when I stepped away to give him space, he seemed to get worse. Yves! Yves' body twitched unnatural and he began panting at an alarming rate. Shen, how can we stop the toxins from affecting him? Shen?
無理だ。
Huh?
ありもしない特効薬、あるいは毒素への抗体をすぐにでも摂取しない限りな。今のお前は近づくものすべてを数分もせず死
How
へ
are
と
you
いざ
chill?
最強最悪の死神と化した。自死はやめておけ。解放された毒素が一気にセルネボル全体を包み込む。
No. Oh, God. Finally, I finally gained the courage I needed to reach out and take Yves' hand. The rumbling around us warned that the destruction of the laboratory was imminent. Yves. That's right, Yves. I can't let Yves die. I need to move away from him. I could never reach out and hold his hand ever again. The despair of not being able to live or die had taken everything away from me. Oh, boy. The ground crumbled beneath me. Perhaps my wish finally reached the heavens. My body slowly fell into the dark abyss. Where the fuck am I? It was so dark, I had no idea where I was. Huh. I ran through the vast underground tunnels before the toxins inside me could spread any further. Oh boy. Cool, we're not done yet. I thought we were done. We're not. We're still going. When I was little, I always enjoyed spending time listening to my grandpa tell me the love story about death that was told within my family. The love story. The love story.
お前は本当にあの話が好きだな。
とっても素敵な恋のお話だもん。大切な女の子のために国中に花を咲かせたいなんて、その死神はロマンチックだったんだね。
Oh.
俺もそんな恋がしてみたいな。
Well, that's different.
そうか。だが私はもう疲れてしまったよ。咲かせても咲かせても。人々はこの花を忌避し、王族は我らへの迫害をやめない。息子夫婦、
お前の両親もこの使命を気味悪がり、後を継ぐことを拒否した。
Alright.
こんなことを続けて一体何の意味があるのか。
なら俺が次の守護者になるよ。
え？
俺リコリスのワージュ好きだもん。だからじいさまはもうゆっくりお休みしていいよ。じいさまや父さまたちの代わりに俺がこの子たちをいっぱい愛するから。
イブ。
けどその代わりに俺が立派な守護者になったら。
You think find death? I said there was a dream I wanted to fulfill. I spoke to Grandpa with gleaming eyes when I vowed I'd be the next guardian. That memory disappeared from my mind along with the pain from those flames, but what did I say? What did I say to my grandpa back then? Pressure on my chest slowly made my heart beat again.
起きたか。片腕での救命処置でもなんとかなるものだ。
You did CPR with one hand? The person I was fighting earlier was sighing with relief with his hand on my chest. I was about to ask him what he was doing. Pain returned to my body to tell me to stay still. What in the world had happened? I was trying to save Prince and I was on the floor. Now I'm on the floor. Something's gone wrong here. Yep. I started blooming. I jumped up upon finally recalling the scene just before I lost consciousness. Yeah. She finally regained the will and confidence to live and reached out to hold my hand, but he was no longer around. All that was left were piles of rubble and the reddish black flames that once burned me.
探しても無駄だ。あの娘なら一人で死ねる場所を探して出て行った。
なんで
Seeing me flustered and confused, she hadn't explained to me in brief about the worst that had happened to her. I only now noticed I should have recovered already, but my body was too heavy for me to breathe well.
毒素の暴走。じゃあ今の彼女には。
近づくだけで死ぬだろうな。
Yeah.
染色体の汚染が進んでいるお前など数分も持たん。
Ugh.
ですか。なら早く。
Okay, we're still here. I finally came to and stood up. My vision was blurred and I still felt dizzy, probably from the toxins I absorbed.
少しぐらいはためらったらどうだ。
いや、ここまで来たらもう意地しかないです。何があっても彼女の元へ行きますよ。
Yep. I wouldn't let him escape from me.
そうか。ならさっさと行け。
He shooed me away as if I was a burden, so I turned my back to him and headed to the gaping hole where he apparently fell. But before I jumped down...
シアンさん、負けたにしても協力的すぎませんか？死にかけてた俺の救命措置までして。
Xian did bring him back to life. He didn't have to do that.
初めて会った時からなんだかやたらと融通が利くのが気になってたんですか。
Really did not have to do that. Uh-huh.
お前の祖父は俺の協力者だった。
Huh?
リライバーのメモリーを構築する薬品の中には、リコリスの根の成分が含まれている。もっとも、お前が後継ぎになった途端、非人道的な実験には協力させたくないと。だから奴の孫であるお前がどういう人間なのか、多少なりとも興味があった。
Grandpa did that for me?
それに、前にも語っただろう。俺の主食はパンだ。
Cause the wheat.
お前たちノワージュ家は、この国に麦をはじめとした食用植物を栽培し、供給を安定させた家系。
Amazing. Back in those days, the only thing the people in this country thought of was how to survive, which means that they ate whatever they could possibly get their hands on.
お前たちノワージュ家がいなければ、俺はリライバー技術を開発する前に餓死していただろう。その数十年越しの借りを返したまでのことだ。
おっと。
Xian tossed me a small vial of medicine as I stood there in a stupor from his explanation.
これは
遺伝子の活性化を一時的に抑え込む薬だ。俺も考えなしではない
And you
が
had this?
万が一に
The whole time?
一応用意しておいた。これを飲ませればあいつは一時的にならもっとも飲ませる以前に今のお前は近づくだけで死ぬだろうが。
そんなことやってみないとわかりませんよね。
Yeah. I put the vial in my pocket and moved towards the crumbling rim of the gaping hole.
それじゃお礼は言いませんからね、シアンさん。お互い生き残れたら、アドルフたちの墓に頭を下げて謝ってもらいますね。
I smiled with a touch of sarcasm as I jumped into the hole that would lead me to the unknown floor below. All right. Interesting.
あの男。
Yeah, how you feeling, Shin?
この状況で俺に生き残れというのか。バックアップデータごと壊れてもおかしくない状況だぞ。
ほんと、そのまま死んでしまえばいいのに。あなたがあの子を治療できる唯一の男でなければ。
お前か。可愛い息子を殺した罪人に何の用だ。
わかっているくせに嫌味な男ね。
They do have the same hair color.
償ってもらうから。
They really do have the same hair color. At least in this lighting. I don't even remember what their actual relationship is. I think she was just a helper. She helped with experiments or something. Run, run, run. The black mist that only I could see slowly entered the world with each breath I took. I finally arrived at the field of Lycoris Noirge that held the fond memories I made with Yves. I had to admit, I was surprised that this strange underground waterway led me here. I need to die as soon as possible. It should be okay for me to die out here in the open. I went to the center of the field to look for something I could kill myself with. Amazing sentence. Knowing Yves, he would keep his word and chase after me no matter what happened. His beautiful, frighteningly straightforward self was what drew me to him and eventually made me fall in love with him, which was why I needed to kill myself, or... My vision shook from shock. Unable to bear the pain, I fell to the ground. What? A toxic, blackened blood slowly dripped down my face. Oh. Sir. I would run.
こいつを殺せば死神の呪いが解けるのよね。王族が公表していたわ。
Why the fuck are you here? I'm sorry, anybody who's watching who has ads on. I keep going. 20 or so civilians and Royal Guard soldiers were here to kill me. How convenient. No! The Lycoris absorbed the toxins in the soil, which meant if they... Oh. The toxins from my body and the toxins from the Lycoris is in the air. The flammability of the toxins made them quickly burst into flames from the fire they tried to kill me with. The flames swallowed them all whole.
エス様、なんとかしておくれよ。任せろ。魔術など、術者を直。
Suddenly the toxins from me and the Lycoris turned their fangs to the crowd. We did kind of have fire magic in the end.
どうしたんだよ。ふざけてないで、あの娘をとっとと殺し。あ、息ができない。
It was too late. Before I could kill myself, the people, one by one, died from the flames and toxins. Also, the burning Lycorises are now releasing all of the toxins. So everybody's about to die. I need to die now. I heard a beautiful sound that mismatched the crimson scenery. I looked at my hand and discovered a shard that reminded me of glass. It seemed as if a shattered piece of the capsule fell from my pocket upon the explosion. What capsule? Sensing this was the only means left, I grabbed the shard, which bit into my flesh and pointed a sharp bit to my throat. My hand shook as I tried to push the shard through my throat, but I had little strength. Why? Hey, Anku, help! I wasn't shaky when I was ready to die back then. I just needed to push it in a bit more. That was all I needed to do. The image of Yves with his outstretched hand came to mind as the pain intensified. Yeah. I want to die, but I'm too scared to die. Did he implant the fear of death in me back then? The toxins in the air rode the blowing wind, and with it carried the flames into a swirling tornado of fire. I meant to keep this. The only other choice left for me now was to wait for the flames to burn me to death when... Oh no. Oh fuck. I could hear the voice beyond the wall of flames. I could hear behind the wall of flames the voice that broke my resolve. He was here. The person I loved the most, the person I didn't want to see, came out here for me. Yeah, sir, A smile broke across his face. He was likely dazed and in a dangerous situation, but still, he appeared to ease my confused state. He had good reason to be scared of the flames around us that destroyed his life. Honey. He wobbled towards me his weakest stage. Don't come any closer! I screamed before he could cross the wall of fire. The heat intensified and I could hear him cry out in fear of the growing flames. I knew it. He must be scared to death now. Even if I told him his scars were beautiful, I couldn't erase the memory of pain and suffering that Yves felt back then. Yeah. I could make the right choice this time. I would. If you're gonna die if you come near me. You must be scared of the flames that surround us, so please run away before the flames get you. Even if I take more lives, Yves, I don't want to kill you. A loud slap. I heard the sound of a strong hand striking. Yves slapped his face, covered in sweat, with both his hands. He scolded himself by applying pain to his cheeks to snap himself out of his fear. I don't think that's how it works. Flames that burned his skin when touched. A toxic mist that killed people from the inside. Everything is going against this man. Yves Noir slowly took a step through the dangers, then another step closer to me. He walked through without a sign of fear. No, don't do it! Why was he doing this? I heard the others pleas for help. The residents who somehow survived the flames and toxins groveled at Yves' feet. Hi, General. The kind-hearted soul turned his back on their voices. He continued as the flames burned his skin. Oh god. The toxins in the air were suffocating him. He's burning alive and unable to breathe. Even so, he continued his trek straight towards me in the middle of the field. He must be in pain and filled with fear. I was sure he wanted to turn his back on me and run with all his might. He could, and no one would blame him. And yet... He still wanted me despite the flames and the curse? Yeah, I don't think Yves is really all there in the brain. There it is. There it is. There's the despair. Yves was breathing heavily as he took his last step towards me. I could imagine him extending his hand to me one more time. I must not take his hand. If I was going to end up killing him, I should shake off his loving hand instead. I finally came to that decision, but... The health... Oh! Oh! The hellfire around us quickly reduced his flesh to ash. Huh? In front of my very eyes, I heard the crackling of something burning. My beloved, who tried to extend his hand to me, in a mere instant, turned into a black shadow covered in crimson flames. No. No! Ah! No, Yves! With a scream, I quickly reached out to him, seeing him writhe in silent pain. But the toxins coming from me flared into crimson flames to slap my hand back. It was like being burned at the stake. No compassion at all from the roaring flames. Oh boy. Well, at least he died fast? The flames that took on the poison of death burned my love into oblivion. Hey, Anku? Oh, I need some help. The flames finally dissipated. 10 or so minutes was all that was needed. Yeah, rain fell from the dark clouds onto the field. Yeah, I thought he was going to say some more stuff, but apparently not. My body also took severe burns. I couldn't even stand. My lungs were filled with smoke and were screaming for fresh air. Surrounded by the bodies claimed by those burned in the field of lycorises. I used what little strength I had left in my arms to drag myself to the person closest to me. I need help. I need to save Yves. It was okay, Yves was alive. Doubtful. After all, he never died. No. no matter what happened. He was a very strong person who said that he would always be by my side. Oh, God. His sword lay next to him. Without it, I probably couldn't tell who that black mass was in front of me. Eves. He always extended his hand to me so kindly and gently. His legs kept him up at all times, never succumbing. He said that he loved me. His beautiful face, his lips that whispered his love to me. All of it was charred from the flames. He was now a smoldering mess of charcoal. Oh. His face was unrecognizable, and the lips that spoke of love had completely crumbled away. A gasp, finally air floated in my throat. He was dead. Eves was dead. I killed him. The moment I realized the truth. I wish it wasn't super late so I could actually do the screams again. Yeah. I'll cry on him, bring it back to life. My heart filled with utter despair. My wailing and screaming released the toxins from inside me, spreading into the air. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's all because of me. Because I made you love me. I cried and cried, but before a teardrop could reach the charred body of my beloved. The hand extended to me before he perished. I saw that it was still reached out to me. Yes, I see. Eves tried to save me until the very end. His body was engulfed by hellfire. He knew the boy in front of him would kill him, and yet... The despair rising from within me quickly vanquished that thought from my mind. I could feel my heart shatter. Oh, how could I be so wrong? Eves isn't dead. What? Oh no. Oh, he burned his body with my crimson flames. For me, just for me. He turned into an existence that defied death just for me. What? Eves, you're such a smart person. You're so right. There's no way my curse would affect someone who's already dead. Oh. Which means you could spend eternity with me in this state. Oh. Which was probably why your strong soul accepted the flames that came from me. You look wonderful. Even in your darkness. Oh. In fact, you're much more of a Lycris than I am now. You said that to me you would love me no matter who I was. If so, then it was my turn to love you no matter who you were, what you had become. Okay, I don't know. Oh no, oh no. I held his hand and raised it to my face. His arms began to crumble from the shoulder, but it didn't matter. I gently kissed onto the back of his blackened hand. Now then, we have no time to waste. I need to find a way to preserve your new beautiful body. Oh, and we'll find a place where no one else can find us and call it our home. Once we found our paradise, you wanted me to kiss you, so I'll kiss your blackened lips until you tell me to stop. We've lost it. You'll stay like this forever. Please be by my side until I die, my dear beloved guardian. Oh. Well then. Oh. Well. Oh. Yeah, this country lost to death. Everyone gave up hope to stay human. We got an ending. A little bit ending bit. The maiden of death died in despair in that smoldering field of black, all alone regretting that she was ever born. No, I couldn't accept this end. I would never accept a world where he died in complete despair. I would find a happy ending. Oh, so that he could greet a different tomorrow. Oh.
ようやく私はここまでたどり着いたのだから。
First fate, they will never defeat me. I would give him a tomorrow of hope. A tomorrow of hope? La Salou has been unlocked!
肝心な時にダメだな。
Yikes.
俺。君の涙を拭ってあげたいのに。この手じゃできそうにないや。たどり着けなくてごめん。約束守れなくてごめん。
Well, that's wild. Yeah, exactly. All right. Like, that's a great CG, I will say. That's a great CG. Okay, so there's only one of those left. I don't like that we get the CG of dead Hugo. There's quite a lot of Anku. And yeah, all of Adolf. There's only the 2 for Yves. 3 for Lucas. 2 for Mathis. And 2 for Shen. So why the hell does Lucas get 3? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. Alright, I don't know. Okay, here's what I want to figure something out. I want to get here. Options. Our skip is... Oh, skip mode red, not skip mode all. Return to the scene, yes.
No.
There we go, red. How do we... Okay, we're gonna start... I want to figure out how to get onto Lissaloo. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wonder if I do start? If I do new game, will it... That was a sound it's never made before. There we go! Lissaloo! Okay, so now we know how to start it. Again, Act 3, we just jumped straight in. Affirming his fate to pursue, toying with his fate to keep watch. Interesting. We're just gonna start it, but... Oh. I could have retained hatred if it had a form. Why do people die in this country? It is the fault of death's curse. Why are their people's hearts warped so much? Yeah, death's curse has driven them to insanity. I want to hate. I wanted to hate. If death's manifestation were to reveal itself, I would use whatever means possible to decapitate and kill it. However, I understand well enough that resistance against tragedy is meaningless, which is why I will do what I can to fight as a normal human. I need to return to my existence as a human. What? Huh? The preciousness of living a fleeting life, to face the very few years we are given. I will not accept the fate of succumbing to death after only 20 years of living. What? Oh. Even if I were to depart against my will, I am certain that someone will appear to carry up... Was that an owl? No, we never did. And I did get one thing spoiled for me. I'm certain that someone will appear to carry out my wishes. Oh.
絶望か救済か死神が天秤を傾けるのはどっちでしょう
Why is our mom speaking? Hi, Jackie. Why was that our mom? I mean, we're not going to go too far. Oh, Adolf. Oh. Because I got to go to bed pretty soon. Because I got a lot of driving to do tomorrow. And some not fun stuff to do and some fun stuff to do and all sorts of things. I didn't make it in time. Oh. 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 Oh no. I lamented as I embraced his soulless body. I closed my eyes. Memories of him living only moments ago flowed endlessly in my mind. Oh my goodness. He didn't respond. The only thing I could hear were the raindrops on his body and my echoing cries. I think the time travel is actually going to happen. He wouldn't return regardless of my regret. He was bound to the curse and forced to leave this world at 18 years old. Oh. The death that took him from me, the curse, and whoever was responsible. Oh. Oh. You're gonna kill the ground? Oh, wait, are we gonna learn why the ground is bad? From the bottom of my heart, I loathed the fate that condemned him to this. I guess are we gonna... It's me. Post-death or pre-death? possibly Pre. I lived my entire life among corpses. Cool. I was a sinister boy who brought misfortune to those around him, known as death itself. That's who I was. Yeah, pre, post, and during death. I was dreaming. Just like the black licorice flowers, many, many lives were scattering into the crimson light. The nightmare. Yep, the nightmare began in a field of flames. Burning, crumbling. Just yesterday, this was a special place for the smiling children, but... Okay, no, we've heard this. The boy with the bright, innocent smile who told me that my stew was delicious turned into a lump of charred meat that smelled of oil. The burning and crumbling continued to reap the lives of those in my tiny world. Yep, some perished in the flames. Some were crushed by the falling debris from the house. One stood without motion, crying and praying over and over again. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. We learned that we have flammable pheromones. It's all my fault. It's because I'm here. There was no point to my pathetic tears. They evaporated as soon as I shed them. The wall next to me groaned. It soon began to crumble and collapse in flames above me as though to take my life. A shadow jumped out of the crumbling wall. I heard the desperation in his voice. Yeah, fire moans. That alone was enough for me to understand that it was directed towards me. After all, the boy who jumped towards me was now enduring the flames and the suffering that should have befallen me. Who are you? Why are you? We've seen this before. The boy groaned in anguish as his face burned, but he still grabbed my hand with strength. He was doing his best to somehow lead me to the exit beyond the collapsed wall. The flames burning his flesh only grew. I don't like the sizzling noise in the background there was. Ah! The kind, strong soul who was trying to save me. His face was melting from the flames. He let out a horrific scream. And with that, the memory ended. Cool. What? What? What did I do? I simply wanted to live life normally, together with my most beloved child. Huh? My most beloved child? Huh? I awoke with a silent scream. My body was drenched in sweat, and I could feel my chest heaving with panting breaths. Huh? I tried to calm myself, placing my hand over my heart. I felt it beating. I had not been burned, nor was I cold and lifeless, which meant I'm alive. Why was I alive? Just as I had finished uttering those words, another thought rose from within. A dream. I let out a sigh and looked around the room. So, are we gonna learn more about Salome? And is Salome gonna turn out really fucking weird? Yeah, this is definitely my room. The images I saw from my past, a nightmare. All the orphanages look so similar that my dreams blended easily into reality. Maybe it's just me. I feel like I've been having the same dream over and over again. Yeah, well, and I don't remember exactly, but I think I saw something strange just before waking up. Uh-huh! No, just stop, Prince. I think we are. Just the thought of the worst happening makes me feel like it'll come true. I gently shook my head to wake myself up and heard light knocking on the door. What? This is so similar to the... Please come in. I still haven't had a chance to dress yet. This is so similar to the beginning of the common room. She came in looking as beautiful as always, her habit swaying gracefully. Good morning, Sister Salome. No, wait, I mean, good morning, Mother. What? Huh? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, weird. You surprised me. I wondered if I'd done something wrong for you to dress me like a stranger. Oops, I'm sorry. I must have still been half asleep. Sister Salome. It was 7 years ago after the events of my fiery dream. The founder of this orphanage took me in when I had nowhere else to go. All the children raised here, as well as those who will stand on their own, lovingly referred to her as Mother. She who instructed me to do so. Judging by her appearance alone, I would say she was around the same age I was, but in this country, appearance was least trusted. Then again, going strictly by physical age, no one of 23 years or older existed. Mother, was there something you needed? Task me to do right away. What? Okay, the breakfast? Yeah, my bewildered response was not because I intended to refuse, but Mother's just that. Aren't the children going to hate that idea? Oh, that's different. That's different. Is it? No. No, it's not different actually.
私は純粋に
I think
あな
about
たの
it.
手料理を
I see. I'm sorry for saying such a thing so early in the morning. I'll help prepare breakfast. I just need a moment to change my clothes.
ええ待ってるわ
Yeah, the kinder mother was the more I despised myself for always responding with depressing thoughts. Yeah. I have 16 people at the orphanage, including myself. Youngest here is 13. They look their age. No, this is the exact same. After the children finished eating, they quickly got to work. Oh! Oh, no. It was. Ew, that's a difference. They no longer, there was no scene about them being like, why did Prince make the food? Out of nowhere, Mother asked if I could prepare dinner for 3 tomorrow. Why dinner for 3?
実はゆうべあなたの大事なお兄様アドルフがあさっての巡回担当がこの区域らしい
Really, Adolf? The news was so uplifting, I momentarily forgot my natural reflex to appear strong. Okay. Adolf used to live at the orphanage with us, and he was now 21 years old. I used to often cry, look down on myself. He'd always be there to protect me. He was just like a real brother. Since leaving the orphanage, he was now living alone in Koen, the Commoners District, where we live. He was the leader of the Corps, looked after public order. Yeah, this is... It's so similar that the differences are kind of weird.
北の空根を荒らしていた窃盗団
Yeah, down to his last 2 chromosomes.
ここはあの子の活躍をお祝いするささやかな夕食会を3人で開きたいと思って。それならあなたも遠慮なく腕を振るうことができるでしょ
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll make Adolf's favorite stew. Suddenly a thought came to mind. But before that, Mother, has he mentioned anything about his health? Because of the curse. I know he's strong, probably doing fine. I'm still worried. Another man the same age as Adolf collapsed.
そのこと
No, he's weirdly immune.
それなら大丈夫。自警団の人に近況を尋ねてみたけれど、風邪をひくどころか咳一つ出ていないそうよ。
I see, that's good to hear.
それじゃあ早速今日のお仕事をお願いしてもいいかしら。
Absolutely. Should I clean first or tidy up the place? Maybe calculate this month's expenses?
お掃除って2回も言った。あなたは本当にお掃除が好きなのね。
No, I do not like to clean.
でも違うわ。今回は夕食会の材料を揃えるためのセルネボルへの手が。
Okay. Oh, I forgot I haven't made my bed. Fuck. Yeah, to her pen pal, her pen enemy, Shan. Okay, a silent morning, the daily life of death. That's again. A silent morning, the daily life of death. They're the same. I carried the letter on the shopping list. Yeah, my first destinations, one of the marketplaces. Continued my search through the bustling crowd. Yep. People enjoying their conversations, so they stopped chatting. I guess the cold eyes turned to me.
呼吸を止められて窒息死するか。いやいや。
冗談じゃないわ。不意打ちみたいに。
聞けばあの養護施設でも。
All the hush whispers I could hear were clearly about me. I looked towards the gossipers, and as they met my eyes, they quickly turned away with expressions of disgust and fear. Hello, I'd like to buy some things today. I forced myself to smile and appear unbothered by the situation. The familiar routine did not make me feel sad at all, just lonely. The mere sight of death shopping for food somehow struck fear in their hearts. They all watched me from afar with the usual suspicion. Interesting. Oh! But it was no secret. It dwelled in my body, spread misfortunes. Some of them left us superstition. After hearing the details, they stopped laughing. Most who become close to me for an extended period of time died an early death. What do I refer to as death? Yeah. There were 2 types of curses I inflicted. No, one was contracting an incurable illness of unknown origin after becoming close to me. The other was a particular curse, happened only once before. Fire. The memory of flames. Curse harbored, brought about great fire. Actually, it did. That's real. My pheromones are flammable. It was 7 years ago. At the start of my life, lost my parents immediately upon birth. Yep, born in the field of death flowers. Age 11, I moved from one orphanage to another. My curse was evident. Many suspicious deaths. Founder would die. Others children in facility. Everyone was sympathetic. And then they became really suspicious. I was regarded as a bad omen and expelled. I finally found myself in an orphanage, was well known and held in high esteem. The children were kind. I gave no heed to the rumor, treated me well, they consoled me. I don't know. The grief of loss and loneliness I felt any time of life, core long, I forgot a source of misfortune. And then that's when the fire happened. But one day, happiness I thought I had long sought suddenly crumbled away. Started the room where I stayed. Yeah, my pheromones caught fire. I don't know, light sparked through the room. There was an explosion. The flames resulted, all the residents burned to death except for a young boy who was visiting the orphanage who managed to save me in the process. Yep, that's so Yves and me. Fire had been born from nothing, killing innocent children without mercy. How could it be considered anything but a curse, misfortune, even witchcraft? Each fire, each new death from sickness, I carried another sin, leading to people referring to me as death. Didn't take long for everyone to follow suit. Yep. From then on, people threw stones at me without a place to go or the courage to take my life. I fell into despair. It was then that elfin mother found me, brought me to the orphanage where I stayed to this day. I feel incredible gratitude towards them both. Finished my shopping with that thought in mind. My way to the marché towards my next stop to deliver the letter. This is all the same. Yeah. And my girlfriend just died. Yep, he's asking for help. Get Levy.
研究所の方に制約それはもちろんさ急ごう彼女のクローン体を
People got to work. A few minutes, it was carried away. Her face was left uncovered. So that's the way everyone treats the dead differs. It was not particularly surprising. Casual reporting of death, the way they carried the body. Process was considered normal. Continued way to deliver mother's letter. Thought came to mind. The man's girlfriend died just when turning 23. That's incredible. She's really healthy and strong. Bro, I'd be fucking out by like 12. Yep.
四方を海と黒いリコリスに囲ま
Is that new? Oh! Aku's got a slutty little waist. Yeah, The Legend of Arpachel. True. True. Yeah, The Legend of Arpachel. Okay, why is this all the same?
この国で生まれ育った長くとも
First, it salutes your lungs. Unsettling fatigue, breathing difficulties, succumb to various ailments. Yeah. Finally, should a person suddenly arrive, they're on brink of death. Yeah. None made it to the next year. They vomited and suffocated.
かつてただ一人今は
Yep. Emphasis by death. No, probably not. I thought something was gonna be really different, but so far it hasn't. I visit, no step outside. I'm probably just gonna go for a couple more minutes. I'm stopping reading. I'm going print speed now because I'm trying to find the difference. Yeah.
本当に
Yep,
それを可能としクローンの作成呪いにより代わりに本人の遺伝子からあらかじめ脳から取り出しておいたこの方法によりこの技術を用い
Yep,
リライバー
Yep. Seriously, it's the same. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, there was no choice there. Oh, that choice was gone. Interesting. The choice wasn't even there. Well, the first one we chose on the first route was bad. I don't know.
無垢でいい子な子供たちが、教師はまさに神から。
Okay. In relation to the class, you're 22 this year.
はい、むしろ今から。
So the main preparations. Yeah, alright, let me give you some water. Oh, maybe I should move away from you.
なく、おとなしくしていれば何より。君の存在。
Force a deep breath. You force yourself to look fine.
今ではちょっと深呼吸をするだけで。
Okay, I've never heard of anyone. Onto the country. Luke is working at 22. Yeah. Well, we know what the curse is. It's
この国にお金以外にも
it's a, you know, deadly earth.
私のことなど健やかに、それが。
Oh, midnight air is filled with silence. Okay, we're still here. I say won't regret. Yep, Milo's coughing. And this is where we're gonna go meet Eves.
そう、どうせあいつが、あいつがいたよ。23年、あの火事だ。違う。たまたまあの子の周りに。だったらなんで父さんと母さん。
Okay. Really interesting that so much of this is just a repeat. Yeah. And then we're gonna meet Eves. Yep. Yeah. No, they were here before. The traveler just took care of them. The traveler just became their guardian. They had been there for a long time. Yeah, they're too similar, yeah, because you're freaking part flower. I never went near any sources of fire. Sure you didn't. You are the source of fire. Yeah. You know, that is interesting. If we became a reliver, no, we'd still be like we are because it's genetic. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
あの綺麗な
This is so... It's the same. is it the same? Well, I know it's the same because of the time travel, but it's so interesting. Like, it's so weird. It's just the exact same. Yeah, nothing different. Oh god, then here we run into the bodies. Yep. Adolf! Big brother! Yep, we didn't do anything. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, we're not wrong. It was us.
そうだ。お前は人を呪うなんてただまとうんが悪いだけの。ただ、まあ、さすがにここまでだと。教会に十字架をもらいに行くのも。
Huh. Okay.
まさか
なあおい、あんた自警団のリーダーだろ。なんでその死神を取っ
この状況
死者に手を開口一番に昔からとことん変わらねえな。
Oh. The nature of humans hasn't changed.
こいつらには俺らの母さん。
なんてこった。
Yep. Yep, the love overload. Mass murder. Most residents avoided me, made it worse. We're wrapping up for the night shortly. Oh! Adolf's point of view. Oh, Adolf's point of view. Okay, well, supporting friends, I found another alley we could walk through so as not to draw more attention. I was silent the entire way. Since I didn't normally talk much, I was having a hard time figuring out what to say that would make him feel better. Especially now that Prince was feeling exhausted after what happened. So yeah, you were right, Zetetica. As soon as we saw Adolf, things changed. The one thing I knew I could do for him was... I stopped for a moment and moved myself away from him. With my back towards him, I knelt down enough that he could reach me. I turned around to Prince and said...
Nore, 少しでも早く施設に戻りたいだろ。
But I've already been enough of a bother to you tonight.
迷惑なわけがあるか。
Hmm?
だいたいガキの頃は転んで涙目になるたびに俺が背負ってやってただろ。
Yeah. I gave him a look to tell him to hurry up. My foster sister understood my meaning and slyly leaned his weight against me. I wrapped my arms under his legs instead of carefully not lose my balance.
いつの間にかずいぶん身長が伸びたな。
I hadn't carried on my back like this since we were kids. I began walking home as though as I thought about the past situation we were in now. I'm sorry, Adolf. Yeah. He whispered an apology in my ear.
お前に謝られる理由なんて俺にはねえよ。
That would be really funny.
心配すんな。また誰かがお前を責め立てたとしても、ありもしない罪への罰なんて。
Yeah, yes, even if it ended up hurting someone else, it was because...
俺は、お前の兄だ。
Yeah. Every time loop, Adolf's just like, Thank you. Prince rested his face against my shoulder and responded in a soft voice. Alright, well, unfortunately, this is where we're gonna have to call it, because I gotta get ready to go to bed. I got stuff to do tomorrow. And I gotta make my bed. I haven't made my bed. Save complete. Another lost life. Another loss of life. Interesting. Yeah, bed construction time. Alright, well, thank you everybody so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So let's pop over here now. Alright, you all know the usual song and dance. If you're not already following me on social media, I'd appreciate it very much if you would. As well, if you're not already part of our update-only Discord, I would love to see you there. Yeah, we made it to the last route. Woo! Woo! Ooh, I'm happy, excited, interesting. I'm interested in seeing how the hell this is going to work now. All right. Well, tomorrow is, you guessed it, more Virche. Yeah, we're just speed running this game because I'm loving it too much. I'm just loving it too much. But yeah. Next Sunday, however, is a special stream of a game demo that I got a key for. Otome. That Otome game I showed off. And yeah, that is all the time we have. Yeah, exactly. It is Virche Evermore. That's all the time we have for tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And, well, without any further ado, bye-bye.